can't sit still. Hot dogs and a cold chill, we go wild just for the thrill. Cheerleaders doing their dance, crowd in a football trance. Friends and beers in every hand, living life like we planned. Let's up and go, we won't slow down in this wild football show. Let's up and go, we'll make some noise in this big crowd we know.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome, welcome, one and all, to today's live stream. This is a do or die game in the NFC South. Carolina Panthers versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh, man, it's going to be a good one. So, according to ESPN and according to NFL Network, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 3-point favorites in this match. However, even if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do win this game, they have played so bad in the past 6 weeks that they are still going to need some help. Why? Well, because the Atlanta Falcons actually beat the LA Rams on Monday Night Football in Week 17. So if the Atlanta Falcons end up winning against the New Orleans Saints in Week 18, i.e. tomorrow, then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, regardless of whether they win or not, they would be out. Much easier situation here for the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers, as long as they win, they get in. So super simple equation for them on that side. Panthers win, they are in. Buccaneers win, they still need some help from the New Orleans Saints. All of that being said and that out of the way, what's up, chat? How are you guys doing? Let's see and do a quick roll call. Sorry for getting this game started a little bit later than expected. We do have kickoff in about 15, maybe 17 minutes here. So I did see Robert Samora. What's going on, Mr. Samora? I got the Dusty Attic. What's up, Dusty Attic? Great to see you again. Key Lee, hello. Tomorrow, what's going on? Manuel Torres, rock and roll. I got Roy Williams in the house. Who else in here? Looks like the Bicardian and the Bacardi and Cola. The Bacardi and Cola. That was really difficult. Bacardi, pero Bacardi no es con... bueno, no importa. What's going on, Bacardi and Coke? We've got a Cuba Libre in the house. We got David in the house. Dwayne in the house. Williams in the house. David Baco's in the house. Isabel, welcome back. We've got Liam Murphy. We've got Danny Williams, Patrick West, Chance, Ancient Aliens, long time no see, Destructo Kron, welcome back. Senku Dr. Peak, welcome back for another game. Earth Citizen, member for 1 month. Oh, Earth Citizen, thank you for reminding me. We did update a few of our graphics here, ladies and gentlemen. Shout-outs to those who are on our VIP list. Loodle Miss on the list. John Hines on the list. We got Brandy, Chi-Town Joe, Courtney, Denise Taylor, Felipe, Gary, JT, John, Loodle Miss, Lou, Mike, Lorinda, Robert, Steve, T-Fishes, and Val. Thank y'all very much. Shout-outs to those of you at the touchdown level here as well. Those of you who are already in the chat. The Dusty Attic Update, South Carolina. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. Shout outs to anyone on this list. Lance, I think I saw you out there in the chat, and if your name is on this list, be sure to take a look. But don't forget, guys, it's not just these folks on the championship and touchdown levels right here. We've also got the first down level members who have been with us for 90 days, and we did just update this list. Please, if you have access to those custom emojis, look for your name on this list. If you've been on for at least 3 months with Football Nation, you are here, and I love you guys so much. Thank you for getting this party started. Thank you for being here early as well. And if your name is not on this list, but you are currently a channel member, at 90 days, we'll update this list, and your name should be on there soon. Okay. That out of the way, the playoff picture is this behind me. The Seahawks will be playing tonight against the San Francisco 49ers, and that is going to be for the number 1 spot. You'll notice that the Seahawks are 13-3, the 49ers are 12-4. However, if the 49ers win, both of these teams would be 13-4, but the 49ers would have the tiebreaker, and we would see that happen. Now, in reality, guys, that game should be Sunday Night Football and the last game of the year. It's not, but it's still a game that we're going to watch today, and it's a damn good one. So if you want to watch more Football Nation, I've got 2 games for you today. In the AFC, folks, we'll have a game tomorrow night with the Pittsburgh Steelers going up against the Baltimore Ravens, and that will be the final game on Sunday Night Football. We will also be covering the Broncos and the Chargers. Now, depending on what happens with the New England Patriots, if the Patriots win their game against the Dolphins, then this game probably won't mean as much, but the Broncos would have to win this game against the Chargers to keep that number 1 spot. Otherwise, we could see New England take the number 1 spot tomorrow. We'll keep an eye on that storyline tomorrow as well. Looks like we are about 15 minutes away from kickoff, folks, so why don't we go through some of our pregame graphics here. Let's start with some of the stats. I think the stats are good. Oh, I actually missed a super chat earlier that popped in. The best play-by-play man in all of sports, says Danny Williams. What up, Danny Williams? Let's see, do I have the text? There we go, the overlay. I want to make sure I got the overlay set up for our boy Danny out here. There we go. Danny's in the house. Noah is in the house. Raider Nation is in the house. We got Josh. We got Florida. We got Solano. Edwin. What up, Solano? Edwin. McMuffin. Do you know the Muffin Man? I think that is the Muffin Man right there. Do you live on Drury Lane? What's going on, New Sammy? Drago Balboa. Hello, Mr. Balboa. B-Ball and DJ Gene. Val, hello. Anhul, welcome. Angel. And Earth Citizen saying Happy New Year's to everyone. It is the 3rd day of 2026, y'all. It is the 3rd day of 2026. So, it's a good day for a great day, right? Good day for a great day. Okay. Inconsistencies, y'all. Inconsistencies here with the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers, points per game, yards per play. They are actually one of the worst teams in the league. Why they are here, how they've put themselves in this spot, well, a lot of people have been saying that the NFC South this season is probably the worst division in all of football. That I could see the argument for that, considering where we're at right now. And the AFC North this year is also kind of a bit of a blunder. But offensively, not so great. Defensively, a little bit better, y'all. Points per game, they are giving up 22.8. So they are actually getting outscored more often than not. This team does have a positive record, but only just. And it's going to be close between these two teams because in reality, we haven't seen much success this season from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers either. It looks like fall colors out here. It looks like candy corn, man. What's going on with these Tampa Bay Buccaneers, dude? This is crazy. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they are scoring about 22 points per game, but they're giving up almost 25 points per game. We look at yards per game. They pick up 319, but they give up 340. That's a recipe for losing games. You can see it right here. Red zone efficiency, they're converting touchdowns inside the red zone at a 55% success rate. Meanwhile, the defense is giving up a success rate of almost 70% to opposing offenses. So both of these teams, it's crazy that they're even in playoff contention. That just leaves to wonder, well, how bad are the Falcons and how bad are the Saints? Well, this is how bad the Buccaneers have been. If we look at their last few games here, they are on a losing streak. Folks, you go all the way back to these divisional games back in Week 14. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers lose to the New Orleans Saints 24-20. They lose to the Falcons 29-28. They lose in that game, and I think we should have those numbers flip-flopped right here. They took the L here against the Panthers just 2 weeks ago. It was 20-23, and then they lose to the Dolphins 17-20 last week. Here are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers rematch against the Panthers, and they've put themselves in a spot. Again, like I said at the very start of this stream, if the Buccaneers win today, they are still not guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. They need the Falcons to lose to New Orleans this week in Week 18. Okay, on the other side, if we take a quick look at the past few weeks here, bye week in Week 14, So coming out of the bye week, well rested, and like I mentioned, some inconsistencies here. Divisional loss to the Saints. They got a win against the Buccaneers, but they lost last week to Seattle. Didn't really put up much of a fight right there. This week, this is where it's at. So the Panthers were trying to win last week to guarantee themselves a spot. That did not work out for them. Vamos a ver. Let's see. Hello to Fired Up Gaming. David saying 100 subscribers. Oh, 100K? Almost, buddy. Almost, man. We're working our way up there. The most diverse fan base watch this channel. It's a testament to Mario. Thank you, LPB. Appreciate that. I love it, man. I love it. I love it. Okay. Facts. Yikes. Facts sometimes, man. Sometimes facts can hurt. Sometimes facts can hurt. Is Lamar going to call an audible and say that he's hurt again? Woo! Lamar, that back issue, huh? Poor Lamar Jackson. Anyways, not going to be featured in this game here today, y'all. Not going to be featured in this game here today. Why don't we take a quick look at the personnel? Uh-oh, looks like a super coming in right now. I see it. Danny saying, thanks again, my man. Hell of a week. An amazing channel you're building. He says, an amazing channel you're building, comma. Got to learn to read my punctuations. I appreciate this, Danny. He says 100 subs any day now. 100,000 subs any day now. Well, if we can get there by the end of the football season, man, that would be super cool. But if we don't get there by the end of the football season, the basketball season should help us get across the finish line there. Thank you, dude, for that $10 super chat, bro. Boom. Appreciate you, Danny. Thank you. Okay. So, let's take a quick look at the offense here for this Carolina Panthers team. Bryce Young is going to be the starting quarterback for this team, and he has been okay this season, question mark. 2,700 passing yards. That's good for just 21st in the NFL, so not great there. 21 passing touchdowns, tied for 16th, so middle of the table. And then he does have 10 interceptions, so he's throwing 2 touchdowns to 1 interception. Right now he's got a quarterback rating of 48, which puts him at 23rd in the league. Taking a look at Rico Dowdle. Now, this could be a ground game. I did see some reports earlier today saying that it was going to be raining in Tampa Bay and that it might be clearing up and coming back and whatnot. I mean, it is Florida, so I don't know what kind of weather we're going to have today. If it is rainy, Rico Dowdle getting a second life on this team, getting a new opportunity after Chuba Hubbard went down earlier this season, and he took over, and he has been the man ever since. He is 15th in the NFL when it comes to carries, but he is top 12 in rushing yards. 1,066 rushing yards for Rico Dowdle, 6 rushing touchdowns. He's averaging 4.7 yards per carry. 3 wide receivers on this squad, guys. You've got Tet McMillan wearing number 4, Xavier Legette wearing number 17, and Jalen Coker wearing number 18. We'll also see Jimmy Horn get some time. We'll see Bryson Tremaine get some time. Hunter Renfrow has been ruled out for today's contest. At tight end, Tommy Tremble. We might also see Mitchell Evans, James Mitchell, Jatavian Sanders on IR. That's a big hit right there for the Carolina Panthers, but Jatavian Sanders is on IR. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Offensive line. We've got Ikem Ekwonu going to be your left tackle. Left guard, Damian Lewis. At center, Cade Mays. Right guard, Austin Corbett. And right tackle, Taylor Morton. About 5 minutes here until kickoff. Let's go through the defense here quickly. Take a look at this. We did have a couple of questionables coming into this game, and with everything on the line right now, it's interesting that the Panthers, well, Tershawn Wharton was questionable coming into this game, but if the man can't play, then the man can't play, so he has been ruled out for today's contest. Instead, we will have Bobby Brown on the left side and Derek Brown on the right side. Bobby Brown on the left side, Derek Brown on the right side. A'Shawn Robinson going to be in the nose tackle spot. Linebacker core in this 3-4 defense. Weak side linebacker Nick Scourton. Left inside linebacker Christian Rosenboom. No Claudin Chirelis in this game at right inside linebacker, so instead we will see Bam Martin Scott as your right inside linebacker. DJ Wonham going to be your strong side linebacker. You got 2 corners out here, guys. J.C. Horn, leading this team in interceptions right now, and you got Mike Jackson here on the left side, and your two safeties for this game, Trayvon Moehrig at strong safety and Nick Scott at free safety. That is your Carolina Panthers. Quick look now at the offense here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Buccaneers looking pretty good coming into this game. We finally have all the weapons needed here, but as you saw, they have struggled over the past couple of weeks. Baker Mayfield has all of his weapons. He's got Florida weather. He's at home. Man, who's going to win this game? Who is going to win this game? This season, Baker Mayfield had to deal with some injury, but 3,490 passing yards, guys. That is good for top 12 in the NFL. 25 passing touchdowns for Baker Mayfield to the 10 interceptions. Both quarterbacks have 10 interceptions. A QBR of 60.8, though, which puts Baker Mayfield inside the top 12 with QBR rating. Bucky Irving is available for today's contest for much of the season. He was out. Rachaad White had a lot of those, and Sean Tucker had a good season this year as well. I really do like Sean Tucker. Sean Tucker, I think, is a solid running back, a good sized back that you want. That's a bruiser. He's that bruiser back. But Bucky Irving is fast. He's zippy. The dude can get lost, and you can't catch him. He can get ahead and you won't be able to catch him. But Bucky Irving, Rachaad White, Sean Tucker going to make up this running back room. It probably will be a running back by committee. And looking at the weather, it does look like this could very much be a ground game. So it could be Rico Dowdle versus this three-headed monster here. Okay. Taking a look at the wide receivers. Guys, this is one of the best wide receiver groups in the NFL with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Emeka Egbuka. And it goes deeper, too, because you've also got Tez Johnson and Jalen McMillan, who are back. Sterling Shepard is out. Tez Johnson, I do like, and Jalen McMillan, we've seen some flashes as well. At the tight end spot, Cade Otton. You'll also see Payne Durham and Devin Culp available for today. Offensive line for this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team, Tristan Wirfs. Good, solid, strong left tackle here. Left guard going to be Mike Jordan. At center, Graham Barton. Right guard, Dan Feeney, and right tackle, Luke Gedecki. This makes up your Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense. Questions? Save your questions for later. I don't know why I did that. Let's go to the let's go to the defense here of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Elijah Roberts, Vita Vea, Logan Hall. This will be your front three for this contest. All of them are healthy, and all of the linebackers are going to be available, your starters for today, at least. Yaya Diaby, Savosie Dennis, Levante David, and Hassan Reddick. So, Savosie Dennis, Levante David, Hassan Reddick. This is going to be the core for the Buccaneers. And this team, man, this team has underperformed because I think they should be playing better, but that's what happens when you get those chalky names. Shout out to Eric Walk, First Down channel member. Appreciate you. Thanks for checking in. B Bowles asking, what channel is this on? This is on ABC, and this game should be on right now. Honestly, I don't even know if I have the right channel on. I should definitely go look at that. Considering it is exactly 3:30, so 1 second. I think it's the right channel because I've been seeing all of this on the field, but now you got me double guessing myself, dude. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Yeah, so I've got it on two different channels. There's one on the local channel and there's one on ESPN. So if you've got ESPN, you should have access to this game. Anybody else see this on ESPN? ABC. Yeah, I see it on ABC right now. Looks like Eugene won his fantasy week last week. And a nice prize for winning. Congratulations, Eugene. I'm not going to try to spam. That's my goal for your channel. Thank you, Isabel. I'm really sorry. It's okay, Isabel. It's okay. I'm glad you're here. Yo, big fan, says Eric Walk. Let's go. Mr. Mojo says vodka break. No, sir. I only have $5 left. Uh-oh. No access here. Thank you for the coverage. I got you, QN Production. Don't you worry. I got you, my friend. Okay. My TV is on ESPN, folks, and it looks like we do have kickoff. So let's get ourselves situated. We'll bring up our drive chart. We will bring up the drive chart. We will get it all squared away. Looks like we are getting kickoff, and the Buccaneers are going to start this drive with the return. Out to the 20, out to the 25 before getting stopped. It's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Buccaneers have possession. They take the field. Here comes Baker Mayfield and company. Baker Mayfield and company about to take the field. What are we doing here? There we go. Looking good, folks. Give me one moment while I get everything refreshed. There we go. Looks like our live shot should be coming in any moment right now. Opening play of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like there's an injury here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I don't see a jersey number. There is a man down from special teams. Okay. Well, I guess this buys me some time, yeah? Okay, there's an injury on the play. Looks like Walker was injured on the play. Tampa Bay number 3. Here it is, guys. This is the injury update. And they are cutting to a commercial break first thing. So that makes me wonder. Who this could be. Taking a quick look here. So Anthony Walker, one of the linebackers here. Anthony Walker is down on the ground for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we've cut to a commercial break. 14 minutes and 56 seconds left to go, y'all. Game just now getting started. This game is on ESPN if you have access to it. If you do not, I got you covered. Why don't we take a look at some more pregame stuff here since we did run out of time before kickoff. We can bring this up for now. Where did I hide ya? Where did I do this? Oh, man. There we go. Probably leave that open for now on. Okay, quick look at the quarterback comparison for these two guys. Baker Mayfield, 3,400 passing yards compared to Bryce Young, 2,745. Mayfield inside track when it comes to rushing yards, total touchdowns, and passer rating. Slightly better completion percentage, almost negligible here, 63.2, 62.8. Baker Mayfield has been in trouble behind his own line. He has been sacked 34 times, and both of these guys dead even when it comes to interceptions, both having thrown 10 this year. So my question to you, and I'm pretty curious to see what you guys would say here. Which of these quarterbacks would you rather have? Would you rather have Bryce Young or Baker Mayfield? Looks like Anthony Walker is able to get up and walk off the field, guys, so it looks like he is fine at the moment. He's shaking his head as he's walking, but this could be maybe a concussion thing. I don't know. Back to the action as we get this game started. Back to the action as we get this game started here. You guys say Baker? I'd take Baker too. I'd take Baker too. Okay. Bueno. Whoops. Okay. Lining up for the first play of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 5 minutes past starting time right now. We are getting the very first offensive play of the game here. Tampa Bay Buccaneers with the football. They are at the 26-yard line. It's a single back formation. Baker on the left hash will turn around and hand this over to Bucky Irving. Irving up the middle. Opening run of the day is good for 9 or 10. Let's see where the officials mark this one. Solid first run here for Bucky Irving. They're going to call this good for 10, and it's a Tampa Bay Buccaneers first down. First down for Tampa Bay. First down for Tampa Bay. We'll start this clock. 14 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. This moves the football to the 38-yard line as Tampa Bay lines up for the second play. Ooh, looks like it's not a first down, folks. We've got a second down and 1. Roll that back. Second down and 1. Looks like about a half a yard. Motion on the field here. Here's the snap and a handoff to Bucky to the right-hand side. Now Bucky Irving moves that football from about the 35, 36-yard line to about the 38-yard line. We do have a first down, so we'll call it again. First down, Tampa Bay. Buccaneers, couple of plays to get this thing started. 3 plays in, we've got a pair of first downs now. And the Buccaneers are lining up here at the Carolina 49-yard line. Carolina 49-yard line, we are across. Ooh, looks like my drive chart is not where we are here, so I'm going to have to call this as I see it. Not there yet. We're going to get the play to that spot. A good throw to the right-hand side as Mike Evans makes the grab. Evans makes the catch, moves the football from the Tampa Bay 38 to the Carolina 49. Good catch for Mike Evans. That's good for 13 yards and another Buccaneers first down. First and 10 at the Carolina 49-yard line. Buccaneers in enemy territory. About 13 minutes and 6 seconds here left to go. Motion on the field from Chris Godwin. Mike Evans not in on this play. Baker Mayfield under center at the 49. He steps back. Motion on the field for McMillan as he goes to the top of the screen. Another handoff to Bucky, who stays on his feet, picks up a good chunk of yards. They move this out to the 43. That's good for a second down and 4. So second down and 4 coming up. After that run up the middle, Bucky Irving having himself a day. 4 carries for 20 yards. That's 5 yards per catch, or 5 yards per run. Break! Mayfield breaks the huddle. Mayfield breaks the huddle at second down and 4. We've got a single back formation, a step back, and McMillan on the move. Another handoff to Bucky Irving. This time it looks like the Panthers are starting to wise up to the plan. They move from the 44-yard line to the 41-yard line. Second down and 4 becomes third down and 1. And we get a third down, the first third down of the day here for Tampa Bay. Third down and 2 on my TV screen. Baker Mayfield in a single back formation. Motion again. McMillan getting a workout in as he runs laterally across the field play after play. The snap, the handoff. Irving goes through the contact, picks up about 4 yards, gets it out to the 37-yard line, and this will be a Tampa Bay Buccaneers first down. First and 10 at the Carolina 37 after another tout by Bucky Irving. So Bucky on the move, man. Bucky on the move. They've run, 6 plays? They've run 6 plays now. In the huddle, the Buccaneers will line up. The clock continues to tick as we approach the 11-minute mark. Single back formation. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. On the right hash from the 37, a little play action. Baker drops back, steps through a clean pocket. He's on the run. The scramble out past the 30. And on first and 10, Baker will pick up 9. Second down and 1. Baker on the run. Second down and 1. We move from the Carolina 37 to the Carolina 28. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the 28-yard line. Thank you for watching this live stream. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. If you are new, stick around. Buccaneers approaching the red zone now. Second down and 1 at the Carolina 28. Looks like we're 8 yards shy of the red zone. With 1 yard left to go, Baker Mayfield on the left hash waits for the snap. The Panthers are showing blitz on the defensive side here. Panthers will rush 5. Baker runs out of time, has to wind up and fire. The catch is made by Cade Otton, and Otton picks up a good chunk of yards. Good for 10, and another first down. Tampa Bay on the run. This moves us to the 18-yard line. From the 28 to the 18, it's a first and 10 now for the red team. First and 10, Carolina 18-yard line. Cade Otton made the grab. 9 minutes and 45 seconds here left to go. Motion from Mike Evans to the top of the screen. Baker Mayfield waits for the snap here. He takes it. He drops. He surveys. He fires. The catch is made. Cade Otton. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. All right. All right. Buccaneers going to put 6 points on the board, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly what you want to see if you're a Buccaneers fan. We're going to line up here for the extra point attempt. 9:31 left to go. There we go. All right, guys, big touchdown there from Cade Otton. Here comes the extra point attempt. Baker not afraid to throw in the rain. Waiting for the snap now. Here comes the hold. The kick is up, and it is good. Folks, 9:31 left to go in the first quarter of this football game. We have action. Well, now we have a commercial break. Shout out to those in the chat. Let's see what's going on with you guys. I like the new music, says CJ Banning. Cool. Well, we're gonna play around with some different sounds here, guys. I want it to stay fresh. You know what I mean? Want to bring some differences as we move forward. That's the only new one that I've got for today. Ran out of time, and picking a song is different. I like the old music better. We'll have a combination of both, guys. We'll have a combination of both. I'm actually going to just start building out a library, and I think if we can do like 20, 30 different touchdown sounds, they're all going to work. You get the point, right? You hear something different, you know something just happened. That's really what it's all about. But Baker is baking, says Seth. He sure is. Anthony, what's going on? He's fresh. Exciting, says DJ Gene. What's up, Bubba Jax? Sing it, Kid Rock, says Janix Beach. What up, man? I got Gary in the house. We got Dominic Pope in the house. Dude, Chambliss was really good yesterday. I'll give him that, Alec. I will be watching both games on YouTube. I love your channel. Thanks, Isabel. Appreciate that. Go 49ers faithful. We've got the 49ers tonight here on this channel as well. Team emojis, Todd Tier, thank you, my friend. Let's go ahead and pull these up. I don't know who I've got for team emojis just yet. Give me 1 second. Let's I should have set this earlier. But you're probably right. I don't think I have either of these two teams for this week. I don't think I set this up. So, badges and emojis. We'll do this in real time right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I am setting up emojis for those of you who are channel members. Looks like Texas Tech is now out. So that means the Ducks, man. The Ducks went ham slam. NFL logos. No, we need college football logos. No, we need NFL logos. NFL logos, Panthers. Okay, so the Panthers one is set. And then the Bulldogs lost. Oof, so let's change that one. And we'll go from the Bulldogs to the Buccaneers. It's got to be the square one. Cool. Save and publish. Boom. Okay, guys, so if you're looking for your emojis, feel free to refresh your chats, guys. Where is this game being played, says Zenix. Well, as per usual and as industry standard will let you know, the home team is always on the right-hand side. That is actually the industry standard. When you go to ESPN, when you check it out on CBS, when you check it out anywhere, home team on the right, away team on the left. So you could assume from that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are at home, the Carolina Panthers are away. We are at Raymond James Stadium, and the Buccaneers are kicking off now that this commercial break is over. Okay, guys, this is going to end up being a touchback, and the Carolina Panthers will get their first opening drive. They will start this drive on the 35-yard line, and Carolina will take over now. Oh, man. Ooh, baby, it's going to be a good game. Can Rico Dowdle answer back? Good opening first quarter here. Good opening first drive for Bucky Irving, averaging just under 5 yards per carry. But Cade Otton, 2 catches, 2 targets, 2 catches for 28 yards and a receiving touchdown. Fantasy scores on the far, far right-hand side, guys. So if you're on DraftKings or Underdogs, you can see your fantasy points there for full-point PPR formats. Single back formation, 35-yard line. Looking left and looking right, Bryce Young is under center, waits for the snap. He takes it. He will hand this off to Rico Dowdle. Dowdle gets wrapped up and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. I guess saying dropped isn't fair considering he didn't actually go down. But it is going to be a loss of a yard. So 2nd down and 11. Ooh, let's stop the clock here. There's a flag on the play. There is a flag on the play. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the defense. This will be an automatic first down. 15-yard penalty against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ooh, So, unnecessary roughness really going to be a problem here. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. So what was it? Where was it? Where was it? I'm trying to find it. I don't see it. Maybe it's because the whistles came in and then they finally dropped Rico Dowdle, but the play was over. I guess that's a fair call. We would do the same thing. This does advance the football from the 35-yard line to the 50-yard line. So opening play for Carolina started on the 35-yard line. First flag of the day on the opening play for the Panthers offense. We're now at the 50-yard line. First and 10 at the 50, standing right on the flag here. Steps back, motion on the field. Here's a handoff, and Rico Dowdle slips behind the line again. The water under his feet. He loses his balance. He goes down. It brings up a second down and 10. Okay. All right. Second down and 10 coming up. Actually, a second down and maybe 11 or 12. Yeah, it's a loss of 2, so second down and 12. That's no bueno, but it is what it is. 8.5 minutes left to go. Shotgun formation. Trips on the left, one man alone on the right. On the right hash, Bryce Young waits for the snap. Looks like he's got a different running back in now. It's Chuba out there. He'll get the catch. And Chuba looks like will break a tackle, picks up 1 yard on 2nd and 12. It brings up a third down and 11. But Chuba able to get looks like they're going to give him 2 yards right there. I didn't see it, but hey, they're the ones on the field. So they're saying that Chuba picked up 2 yards. Looks like he will check out, and we've got ourselves a third down. Third down and 10 coming up for Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers. This could be the end of this drive for Carolina. Remember, it is win and get in for the Panthers. Win and hope that the Falcons lose for the Buccaneers. Empty backfield. Bryce Young waits for the snap from the 50-yard line. He takes it as a 4-man rush comes in. He'll wind up and throw, and this pass is incomplete as Xavier Legette cannot get his hands around it. The pass is incomplete, and it brings up a fourth down. So the punt team will come out now for the Carolina Panthers. Punt team will come out for the Carolina Panthers. And, yeah, that's where we're at right now. Looks like 7:32. I forgot to stop my clock here. Incomplete pass will stop the clock. Fourth down and 10. The drive stalls out at the 50-yard line. Time to punt this thing away as Sam Martin gets ready to send this and deliver it via punt to Cam Johnson. Here is the boot. It is going to have some good hang time here. It's going to take a bounce at the 5 and find its way into the end zone. So a touchback here. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to get possession after the punt. It'll be first and 10 at the 20-yard line, and I'm going to guess that they're going to go to a commercial break. Yes, they are going to a commercial break. Kind of an anticlimactic play right there or drive right there for the Carolina Panthers. Taking a quick look right now at this chat room. What's going on? How many points do y'all think will be put up today, asks Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig, I don't know. The over-under is scrolling by at the bottom of the screen right now. Bucs still have a chance. Panda Shaw saying, I made it. Thanks for checking in, Panda. Welcome in. Terrible pass defense, and they run the ball every play, says Did Keith. Yeah, are you feeling better? Also, can you check to see if you got the pick'ems? Isabel, the pick'ems are in. The pick'ems are still available. If you have not made your picks yet, guys, you can still do so up until tomorrow morning. So, go ahead and go to the website, footballnationusa.com, sign up for the pick'ems, and you guys can get a chance at the cash prize this week. Micah saying, I'll take the under. Lost my crown, says Leo Burr. Captain over under? Whatever happened to Captain Underpants? Rain might make for lower scoring games. That is true, Julie. Rain does often do that. Raymond, that is maybe someday the plan. Right now, we're just having some fun with it, dude. Let's see. Tampa Bay, question mark, rough, question mark, get real. What does that mean, Rob? What does that mean? Tampa Bay, rough? Tampa Bay Buccaneers are looking rough, man, and if you don't think so, then I don't think you've been watching the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers have had a bit of a losing streak coming into this here, so lots of losses against some pretty beatable teams. Buccaneers looking good today. personnel I prefer. By the way, Teats, Treats, thank you. And JT, welcome to First Down, brother. Thanks, Ray. Appreciate that, man. Let's get back to the action here. I'm going to step away from the chat, guys, so that we can call this. Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to take over with 7 minutes and 24 seconds here left to go. Egbuka is not a potential gem. Egbuka is a gem. This dude is for real, man. I love what Emeka Egbuka did this season coming out as a rookie. We've got ourselves a single back formation now. Steps back, and we see movement from the top of the screen. Chris Godwin lines up in the slot. A snap and a handoff, this time left-hand side. Rashad White gets his first carry of the day. It's good for 2 yards. It brings up a 2nd down and 8. We'll start this clock once again. Man, I'm looking. I forgot to bring my water. Uh-oh. We'll get some in a bit. We'll get some here in a moment at the end of this first quarter. 2nd down and 8 coming up right now for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 2nd down and 8 for the Buccaneers. They are lined up at the 22-yard line. So Tampa Bay, remember, starting this drive after the touchback when we got back from the commercial break. It's a shotgun formation, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Baker takes it, the 4-man rush comes in, a windup and a throw. Catch is made by Cade Otton, but he's pushed back by Mike Jackson immediately, so no yards after the catch. Good job there by number 2 to get the stop for the Carolina Panthers defense. It brings up a 3rd down and 4 after the 4-yard catch for Otton. They're focusing right now on Derek Brown of the Carolina Panthers, as he got some pressure there against Baker, but Baker able to get the football out in time. We line up now for a 3rd down and 4 from the Tampa Bay 26. Baker calls an audible. We see motion from Rashad White. The blitz coming in. Baker got a throw. It's caught. Upfield, there's a flag. Mike Evans makes the grab. Let's find out what this is. 1st down, Buccaneers. There's a flag on the play. There's a flag on the play. It's going to be a DPI, guys. Yep. Pass interference on the defense. This penalty will be declined. The result of the play is a 1st down for Tampa Bay. So the defense commits the penalty here. The Buccaneers will pick up a 1st down off the catch here for Mike Evans. Mike Evans, 2 receptions, now good for 34 yards on the day. He's got 5 fantasy points in full-point PPR formats. 1st and 10, 47-yard line. Baker takes the snap out of the eye. He'll hand this off to the left-hand side, and Rashad White is met by contact immediately. Looks like Scott is able to bring him down. So this brings up a 2nd down. It's a 2nd down and 10 with 5:29 here left to go. We'll start our clock and get things going. Rain really coming in here, folks. Everybody, good chunk of people wearing ponchos and another good chunk of people just getting wet right now. Ponchos ain't going to do much. Here we are. 2nd down and 9. Football at the Tampa Bay 48. Buccaneers yet to cross midfield. 2 receivers to the bottom, 2 receivers to the top. Baker Mayfield in the shotgun formation, waits for the snap. He takes it. A 4-man rush coming in, and Baker will wind up and throw. The catch will be made by Bucky Irving. Bucky Irving past the 45. Bucky Irving shy of the 40, but it's good enough for a 1st down. Looks like Bucky picks up 13 yards, pushed out of bounds at the Carolina 39 by Christian Rosenboom. 2nd down and 9 and 13 yards picked up equals a 1st down here for the Carolina Panthers. 1st down here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay, so Tampa Bay with possession. Mario needs to drink some water. We've got a 1st and 10. We are at the 39-yard line, single back formation. McMillan is the motion man. It's going to be a toss backwards to Tez, and Tez Johnson going to go forward. He will pick up about 5 yards on 1st and 10. It brings up a 2nd down and 5 and moves the football from the 39 to the 34. 2nd down and 5 coming up now. Can the Buccaneers score on this drive? I think they're already in scoring range right now, but I wonder what the rain is going to do to a field goal here. Probably add some extra weight and really reduce the range for these kickers in these kinds of This is pretty bad weather, man. It is coming down right now. It is coming down right now. It's ugly. It's gritty. It's football. Here we go. 34-yard line. Baker takes the snap. The blitz is coming in, but there's a hole on the right side, and Baker likes the look of it. He goes to the right. He slips away, picks up the first down, and runs right into J.C. Horn. Baker Mayfield and J.C. Horn are butting heads right now. Ooh, I like it. Ooh, I like it. There's a flag on the play. There's going to be unnecessary roughness or unsportsmanlike conduct is my guess. Let's see what the officials have to say. Baker went right into it. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, taunting on this one. So that's going to be, so a UNS, guys, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Carolina Panthers. Baker Mayfield went head-to-head with JC, with Horn out there. I like it, man. JC Horn? That's actually Mike Jackson who got the penalty here. Not Horn, that's Mike Jackson. That's number 2, not number 8. Mike Jackson getting into it. I like it. I like it. Okay. All right. Baker Mayfield ain't going to shy from nothing. That is a 15-yard penalty and a first down. We are inside the red zone after that 15-yard penalty, folks. So 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line as Baker Mayfield gets flushed to the right. He's going to wind up and throw this one to the end zone. Incomplete pass. Payne Durham, the intended receiver, he was wide open, and it looks like an awkward angle plus the rain made for an incomplete there. So, incomplete pass. It's 2nd down and 10. We are at the Carolina 13-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers having success today offensively. Honestly, the defense doing all right defensively. That pass went right through the hands of Durham. So now Durham is on the sideline here. It brings up a 2nd down and 10. Baker Mayfield sends a man in motion. The motion man is McMillan. This is a handoff, and it looks like Bucky Irving will pick up 2 yards. It brings up a 3rd down and 8. We move from the 13 to the 11 as they get closer and closer into enemy territory. Buccaneers with the football approaching the Panthers' end zone. Drive chart down below for your convenience. We'll start this clock. Time is ticking. It's 3rd down and 8 with 2 minutes and 15 seconds here left to go. Baker Mayfield, empty backfield. Baker, empty backfield, 5 wide, takes the snap, looks to Godwin, doesn't like it, still has time as the pocket starts to crumble. He goes left, gotta do something here. Will wind up and throw to the end zone, incomplete. Emeka Egbuka getting his first target of the day, goes right through his fingers as well, and it brings up a 4th down. Fantastic job by the Carolina Panthers defense here. Good job there by the Carolina Panthers defense. Well done. And the Buccaneers going to have to settle for a field goal at this point. It's going to be a 29-yard field goal here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So 29-yarder from the right hash. Let's see if they can knock this one back. Here comes the snap, the hold, the kick. It's up. It is good. And the score is now 10-0. The field goal is good. Put 3 points on the board here, y'all. Okay, 29-yard field goal goes in. That's got to feel good if you are a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. Not as good as a touchdown, obviously, but something is something. 2 minutes here left to go in the first quarter of this game. How is the chat doing today? What's going on, chat? They can kick in the rain, says William Reed. Happy day, Bulls. Not day bowl, but day bowls. Day space bowls. Let's see. Turn down for what, says Rev Green. Get your water, says Mid. You know what, dude? Thank you. I will go do that. I'll be right back. In the meantime, I'm going to leave you guys with a quick graphic here because I'm going to have to sprint downstairs, but I'll let you guys look at this defensive comparison between these two teams. Be right back. Okay, I typed too slow to keep up with the chat, says Succulent Life. You need to get a small refrigerator for your offices tomorrow. That's a really good idea. Yeah, because running down and back up the stairs always has me out of breath. That's not great. That's definitely not great. Hey, Jordan, your team has the final game of the season, bro. Can you guys beat those Pittsburgh Steelers, man? Can you guys beat those Pittsburgh Steelers? Anyways, defensively here, guys. I'm fine. I'm fine. We're good. All good. Dude, getting old sucks, bro, and you got to take care of yourself porque si no, mira esa panza. Ay, Dios mío, por favor. Be sure to drink more water and less cerveza. That's always a good recommendation. Anyways, dead even in turnovers forced. I know you guys had a chance to break down these stats, but you can see it here for yourselves, man. This is pretty close to even outside of the sack category here. Touchback to start this one. The Carolina Panthers offense will take the field, and the defense of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to take the field. And you know what's funny, dude? I swear, I worked out today. So it's a little disappointing that I'm this out of breath after one run up and down the stairs. Oh, God bless America. Okay. Let's, bro, you're only a few years older than me. Yeah, I know, man. I know. 1st and 10 coming up from the 35-yard line. Waiting for the snap right now. Bryce Young will take it. He will fake it. Goes to the left-hand side. A wind-up and a throw. The catch is going to be made on the run out past the 50-yard line. And Tommy Tremble makes a good catch for a first down. First down, Carolina Panthers. 1:46 here left to go. Tommy Tremble with a big catch right there. Moving from the 35. That's an 18-yard grab there, guys. We're at the 47-yard line across midfield here. Maybe to the 45 in Tampa Bay territory. Yeah, it's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Good job by Tommy Tremble, a 20-yard reception. Under center right now is Bryce Young. We've got ourselves a 1st and 10 at the 45. Looks like a false start going to come in. Flag stops the clock. It is before the snap. So, false start on the offense. False start, offense. 5-yard penalty, replay, first down. So, 1st and 15. Cool. 1st and 15 coming up right now. Let's get rid of this flag marker. They've punched the clock back in. 1:16 here left to go. 1st down and 15. We're back to the Carolina 50-yard line. Lined up just on the wrong side of midfield. The Carolina Panthers wait for the snap. Let me fix my possession needle here. Here's the snap. Here is a little play action. Looks to the left, throws to the left. The catch is going to be made there on the left-hand side. And this is going to be good for Evans, who makes the grab. Okay. Catch going to be made by Mitchell Evans. It's going to be just about a 1-yard pickup here. Maybe no gain right now by Mitch Evans. It's a 2nd down. Actually, a 5-yard gain. It was a 1st and 15. 5-yard pickup brings up a 2nd down and 10. 33 seconds left to go. 2nd down and 10. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Bryce Young doesn't like the look. He hollers to the right. He barks to the left. He stands back in the shotgun once again. Waiting for the snap. Bryce Young takes it. Bryce hands it to the left side here. And getting wrapped up and dropped by Yaya Diaby. Oh no, Rico Dowdle gains just 2 yards. And this will take us to the end of the first quarter. Yaya Diaby whipping him down to the ground. Good job there by the Buccaneers defense. Put 15 minutes on the clock. 2nd quarter coming up, and when we get back from this commercial break, guys, it'll be a 3rd down and 8. All right, chat, where are y'all watching from? Where are you watching from? Talk to me. Tell me. Let me know what's up. Let me move this chair over just a little bit. A little bit of this, a little bit of We got Pittsburgh in the house. Hey, yo, what happened here? Pittsburgh in the house. Looks like North Carolina. Johnny in Houston. Robert in San Antonio. Let's go, bro. South Africa, welcome in, Peppa Pig. Welcome back, Peppa Pig. I know I've seen your name in here before. Los Angeles. home of the world champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Also, home of the world champions, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Toronto in the house. What up, Toronto? Wake County, North Carolina. He's a busy man, says Eric Walk. Who, me? I don't know. There's a lot going on right now. Vegas in the house. What up, Las Vegas? So talk to me, Robert. Who's winning this game? You must have gotten a copy of the script if you're living in Vegas. We got South Carolina, Missouri, another person in Vegas. What up, I burn? Boise, Idaho, good old Maryland, says, looks like Sanuk. Welcome back. Senku Dr. Pepper, excuse me. Kristen, hello, in New Mexico. Let's see. Oh, my gosh. Someone down here, DJ Gene, says Uranus, or if you would, Uranus. It was so funny. You ever watched Futurama? And Professor says, they finally changed the name of that stupid planet so they could end that joke. They're like, oh, well, what did they call it now? He says, Urectum. So, anyways, Lubbock, Texas is in the house. What up, Bubba Jacks? I got Florida in here. I got Upper Peninsula, Michigan in the house. Fort Worth, what's up? Crystal Beach, Texas, Central Florida by Mid. What up, Mid? I got Alfredo Gonzalez checking in as well in El Paso, Texas. JP Morgan in Virginia. What up? Who else? North Carolina for Rosalind, Gary Curry, and Tyler. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for sticking around with me during this commercial break. Sometimes these breaks can take a while. We do see less frequent breaks here in NFL football than regular football, but that is the end of this commercial break, folks. So we're going to get back to the action. This will be the first play of the second quarter as the official punches the clock back in. Well, won't punch anything in until we get a snap here. 3rd down and 8 at the Tampa Bay 43. Here comes the snap and the blitz coming in. A wind-up and a throw. It's tipped up and incomplete. This will bring up a 4th down and 8, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will get the football back. Carolina, 2 drives now in this game. Both drives have stalled out at midfield in no man's land, and that one was a dangerous one. The pass intended for Tyrone McMillan. This pass went right through his hands as well. A lot of slant routes in the rain. I'm thinking that these players might not be able to see much. It's a 4th down and 8, and they're lined up to go for it, but I think any dummy with a brain knows that this is going to be a hard count. They're going to try to get them to jump. Play clock down to 2-1-0. It's a delay of game. We are going to get a punt. It's a 5-yard penalty. There's the flag. That's going to be delay. And it was just pretty obvious, man. Delay of game. Offense, number 9. Replay, 4th down. It's 4th down and 13, and we are going to get a punt here. Football Nation is worldwide. Thank you there, B-Dog Wrench. I did see some Germany in the chat earlier. Yeah, we got some Germany in the chat right now. Germantown in the house. I like it, man. I love to see you guys out here. Couple of y'all checking in. Okay. Here comes the punt on 4th down and 13. This one is going to go back. It takes a bounce at the 10. It'll be an amazing bounce. Wrapped up at about the 6-yard line. It's a 1st and 10 as the Buccaneers get pinned back pretty bad. So, Panthers got the football back. They were unsuccessful on their 2nd drive of the day. The Buccaneers are now getting their 3rd drive of the day. Both drives for Tampa Bay did result in points. The Buccaneers scored on the opening drive of the day. Buccaneers scored on the opening drive. They scored via touchdown, and then the 2nd drive ended up in a field goal. Maybe the Buccaneers will win this one. I don't know, man. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. 1st and 10. Motion on the field. Here comes the snap. Here comes the handoff. Out past the 6-yard line. Down at about the 9-yard line. Call that a gain of 3. It brings up a 2nd down and 7. 2nd down and 7. 14 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. I thought hurricane season was over. Kudos to you if you know where that's from. I'm sure you do. I'm sure a lot of you guys, based off of that I'm sure most of you guys do. Second down and 10. It is raining right now. We're lined up on the Tampa Bay 9-yard line. Baker Mayfield in a shotgun formation. Waits for the snap. We've got motion from Chris Godwin as he goes to the bottom numbers here. Here's the snap, and Baker looks that way. He'll throw it instead underneath to Bucky Irving, who also cannot hang on to the football. It brings up a 3rd down and 7. Football at the Tampa Bay 9. Looks like Alex gets the bonus points. Thanks, Alex. That is correct. That is correct. At least that's where I knew it from. Get that snickle Fritz, man. 3rd down and 7. Football at the Tampa Bay 9-yard line. Shotgun formation motion here from Rachaad White. White standing to the left of Mayfield. The blitz is coming in. It's a weak blitz to wind up in a throw, and Jalen McMillan will make the grab. Good for 11 yards on 3rd down and 7. The result of the play is a 1st down, Tampa Bay. 1st down for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This moves us out to the 20-yard line. From the 9 to the 20, it's an 11-yard pickup. Jalen McMillan gets in the catch column. Tampa Bay has been really good in this game so far, guys, outpacing them by a lot. 147 to 27. These stats do not lie. Obviously up 10-0 right here. The scoreboard don't lie either. 12. Don't know what I was saying here. 20-yard line out of the I formation, a toss to the right-hand side, and the pickup is going to be for 3. 1st and 10, a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7. We are now at the 23-yard line. Rachaad White was the one who made the play here. He got hit on the hip. He got hit pretty hard, but he seems to be okay. I'll speed up my clock just a hair so we are lined up. Panthers got to set it up, says Mid. I think so. 2nd down and 7. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers left, 1 on the right. Motion from Emeka Egbuka. Looking to the left, looking to the right. Baker Mayfield will throw this, and it is going to be incomplete. It brings up a 3rd down and 7, and I'm seeing kind of like a lot of delay between what I've got going on over here and what I'm seeing on my TV screen. My TV screen is coming in a little bit late. I think it might be because it's on ESPN. I might tinker with this during the next commercial break and see if the other transmission is a little closer to the actual time, because I think this is ahead of me by like 20 seconds. If I could shave that down even half, I think we'd have a better experience here. Shotgun formation, 22-yard line. Motion from McMillan, and Baker Mayfield has time in the pocket. He'll wind up and throw it to the other team. It's picked off. We come back. The 25, the 20, and inside the 20. It's picked off by Christian Rosenboom. 1st down, Carolina Panthers. Christian Rosenboom in the right place at the right time. Panthers are now inside of the red zone. What a play. What a play. Okay, so if they cut to a commercial break, we'll get up and change the channel and see if we've got a faster transmission here. If not, it is what it is. But what a catch, what a play. Christian Rosenboom picked this one off. It was intended for Emeka Egbuka, but not even close. That was a user lurk. For all of you Madden players out there, you know what that is. We got a 1st and 10 coming up now, lined up at the 19-yard line. Best field position, first trip to the red zone now for Carolina after the turnover. The snap coming in, looking to the right, looking to the left, up the middle. The catch is made. Tetairoa McMillan makes the catch, so looks like the McMillan in the blue team picks up just enough. That's going to be good enough for a 1st down. So 1st down, Carolina Panthers, and it's a 1st and goal now coming up as the Panthers line up on the 8-yard line. Carolina Panthers out to the 8-yard line. It is really pouring down rain, ladies and gentlemen. Need to score here, says Julie. Yeah, even a field goal would make them probably feel like they're in a better position. Okay. Single back formation, a snap and a handoff to Chuba Hubbard, who ends up slipping away right now. He will pick up just a yard. He does get a lot of running in, but it's just to the left and not towards the end zone. It brings up a second down. Second down and goal coming up. 11 minutes and 11:11 on the clock. Make a wish. Second and goal from the Tampa Bay 8-yard line. Bryce Young waits for the snap. We've got motion on the field. Tommy Tremble is the motion man as he goes from the bottom of the screen to the top. More motion on the field. Here's the drop back, looking to the right, throwing to the right. Tremble makes the grab at the 5 and is wide open to score. Touchdown, Carolina Panthers! And the Panthers will put up 6 points. Touchdown, Carolina! 10 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. The Carolina Panthers get a good chunk of points back right there. Carolina Panthers get a good chunk of points back right there. Good job by Tommy Tremble running himself. Well, that would look like a drag route. That was just a simple drag route for him, but nobody picking up on him. Everybody on man defense, and the motion must have caused some confusion. Anyways, the extra point attempt is up and good, and we're going to change the transmission now to see if we've got ourselves a faster speed. Hang with me. I'll be right back. Kind of hard to tell because I switched over to the other channel and they're running stuff about issues, geopolitical issues in Venezuela, and we're not going to go down that road right now. But I don't know if it's ahead or behind because it's a commercial break. I don't even know if that's what they're actually airing. It said breaking news over on ABC. So I think I kind of just want to stick with ESPN for this one. Are you guys okay with that? Because I'll go back and mess with it again, but I think we can leave it for now. It is what it is. So I saw that too, says Roy. Yeah, so I wasn't sure if it was Sal saying, oh no, he's back. Shh, everybody quiet. Shh. Okay, let's see. ABC is more live. You're saying that ABC is more up to speed. Someone's saying stay with ESPN. Let's see. Big day, but it's all right. All good. Keep it on ESPN. Okay, we're good. All right, guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Carolina Panthers have scored a touchdown. And now that we're back, it's going to be a kickoff here. Tampa Bay Buccaneers about to get the football now. We've got prayer for Cowboys. Let's go, man. Fist bumps to you, brother. Boom. Let's do it this way. There we go. Nice to not have the can in the hand. Don't know why I grabbed it in the first place. Here's the kickoff. We are going to get a return from the 5-yard line, the 10, the 15, the 20. Oh, a fumble here. Is it going to be recovered? It might have been recovered. I think that could be Carolina Panthers football. Hold the phone. There's also a flag on the play. The kickoff here from Carolina after the touchdown. There was a fumble, a clear as day fumble. Let's see what the officials have to say. So now they are breaking up a dog pile at the 25-yard line. We're at the 25. Officials breaking up the pile. There's a flag on the play. We don't know who has possession. The white hat signals it's Buccaneers football. Questionable, if I'm being honest. Questionable. I don't know, man. They're still breaking this up, but the white hat already made the call. He said it's going this way. So there we go. They're getting up. There is a flag on the play. Players pushing each other around, maybe. One of the officials almost getting knocked over. It's Chippy. It is Chippy. All right, okay. Looks like they've walked the red team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, over to the sideline. Illegal block in the back by the receiving team, which is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's going to be a first down for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but it is going to be backing them up 10 yards. So they got out to the 25-yard line. That is clearly a fumble here, by the way. And I think he may have recovered, but he fumbled at the 20, recovered at the 25. They're going to back them up 10 yards after the illegal block in the back call, folks. Going to back them up, and we'll start this drive on the 15-yard line. Single back formation. Baker Mayfield takes the snap. He hands this off, and a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Let's go. Uman Malin makes a tackle for loss. It's a second down and 14 as Bucky Irving gets hit immediately on that handoff. Bucky gets backed up to the 11. It's second down and 14. What a hit. Uman Malin. I think that's how it's said. 10 minutes and 13 seconds. It's a second down and 14. Shotgun formation at the 11-yard line. Baker Mayfield waits for the snap. Emeka Egbuka to the top of the screen. He lines up in the slot. Here's the snap and a handoff to Bucky Irving. Up the middle he goes from the 14-yard line to about, from the 11-yard line to about the 14, maybe the 15. It will be brought up to the 15-yard line. That's a 4-yard gain, so it brings up a third down and 10. Third down and 10 at the Tampa Bay 15-yard line. Baker Mayfield in the huddle, and the rain continues to pour. 9 minutes and 25 seconds on third down and 10. Baker Mayfield is in a shotgun formation with trips to the right. From the 15-yard line, Baker will toss this one underneath. Rachaad White gets a couple of blocks, goes through the contact, gets it past the 25, and that's good for a first down. First down, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Christian Roseboom makes the tackle right there, and that's going to be good for a first and 10. First down, Tampa Bay. Let's go. Kelly Grant saying, let's go Buccaneers. Come on, Baker, throw us another one, says Chiefs fan for life. If the Bucs lose Baker, traded to Cleveland for Myles Garrett? Oh, I don't think so. Myles Garrett is going to be an all-time great for his legacy. He should just stay up there. First and 10, a snap and a handoff to the right-hand side from the 26-yard line. Bucky Irving gains nothing on first down. It's a second down and 10. They line up on the right hash here, guys. Checking in right now, Rachaad White will be checking in. I'm watching him run out onto the field. And with the rain coming down, you got to imagine it's got to be really difficult to hang on to anything when it's Baker Mayfield throwing that football at you. I wouldn't be surprised if they just continue to keep this on the ground here. Second down and 10, 26-yard line. Here is the snap and a throw to Rachaad White, and White takes it upfield. Oh, my goodness, he is hit hard. He is able to get back up. He will pick up 7 yards. Team tackle there, joint tackle. Rachaad White. There's something in my eye. There's water in my eyes. Third down and 3 coming up right now. Not a good day to wear contacts out there, that's for sure. Not a good day to wear contacts out there, that is for sure. Third down and 3. Tampa Bay 33. 7 minutes and 18 seconds left to go. Baker Mayfield in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Baker takes the snap, winds up a pump fake here, goes to the right-hand side, past the 40, past the 45. He slides in for a first down. First down, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This moves 11 yards forward, and we line up for first and 10 at the Tampa Bay 44. 6 minutes and 50 seconds here left to go. Baker slid for 15, says Smoke Burp. He slid like 8 yards, says Jimmy. 1st and 10. Single back. Sean Tucker is the back in on this play. 44-yard line. Baker under center. We've got motion again from, looks like Tez. Oh, my goodness. A handoff and an immediate slip right there. Sean Tucker. What was that? It looked like Baker Mayfield clotheslined Sean Tucker. It's a handoff to him, and Baker shoulder checked Sean Tucker. That was a terrible handoff. I don't even know who to blame. I got to blame Baker for that one. It was a bad handoff, a bad play design. I don't know if that was just some miscommunication or if the weather had something to do with that, but it brings up a 2nd down and 14. 40-yard line. Baker, pump fake. He loses the football. It slips out of his hand, and the rain is definitely becoming a factor. 3rd down and 17 here. I think Baker threw that football out to the sideline, said, get me another one. We might get an injury timeout here as well. Maybe? Yes, the clock has stopped with 5:35. Dude, Baker went like this. Baker had the football, he cocks it back, and it literally just slipped out of his hand. Oh, where do I go? So Baker took the snap, and it just slipped as he tried to pull it back. Okay, it's a 3rd down and 17 coming up. They're changing the football right now. Baker trying to keep his hands dry and warm as best he can. 5:35 left to go. Looks like they are clearing out the injury right now. Carolina, number 97. It was Brown who was injured on the play. Okay, 3rd down and 15. I may have over-embellished a bit right now. So 3rd down and 15 coming up for these Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 5 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. A shotgun formation. Would be smart to keep the football on the ground, but you got to get 15 yards here on 3rd down. So they hand it off to Rachaad White, who keeps it on the ground. He picks up about 5 yards, and it brings up a 4th down and 10. Time to punt for Buccaneers. Tampa Bay got to send this thing away. What's going on, Stephen M? I see you. What's up, Arian? I see you as well. Ronnie Fraud, what's going on in Rhode Island? 4th down and 10. The Buccaneers, if you're just checking in right now, ladies and gentlemen, they're calling it a 4th down and 11. Riley Dixon going to punt this away to Trevor Etienne. Riley Dixon waits for the snap. The clock is ticking right now. Here is the boot, and you could hear that one. That sounded louder than the thunder. This goes all the way to the 10-yard line. It's brought out to about the 17. 1st and 10 with 4:21 on the clock. We'll leave it at 4:20 because why not? We'll take 1 second away just for a chunk of our audience right now. I hope it starts. Jimmy saying in the chat, I hope it stops raining in the 2nd half. What's going on, guys? A little bit of time here left to go. Alligator Woman says Swarm Finder. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. OU over under 18 F-bombs from Todd Bowl, says LC Chi-Town. I can't keep an eye on that one. Sparky, that's a good way to phrase this. Sparky 3412 saying it's a soggy game. Yeah, like everything is soggy. Like bad. The water is bad here right now. Let's see. Who do you think is better, Dak or Tony? Going with Dak. Adam, I'm going to go with you on that one. I mean, when it's all said and done, Dak Prescott is going to have more passing yards, more passing touchdowns than both him and Troy Aikman, but less rings than Troy Aikman. Not trying to put those in the same category, but I think I'm going to have to agree with you on this one. Where's the Oban? Not today. No. Today was one of those, let's work out, let's get hydrated, let's get back on track as we start the new year. So no Oban today. My over is soggy, saying Mark McGuinn. Mark McG, what up? Pirates taste like chicken. Go Panthers, says JK. JC Kingsley. What up, JC Kingsley? No rings, though, says Mr. Mojo. Stay true. What up, man? Stay true's in the house. Soggy Bottom Boys game, says OSV or OSF Vet. Where did you get that tie, says Jack. Amazon. I've been getting ties on Amazon. They look cool. It's good, right? No big deal. No big deal. Nice try, voila. Nice try. Baker or Young? We did this one already. Matuna. Okay, guys, commercial break is just about over. I think I need more water right now. I think we need just a little bit more water. Rafael saying, let's go Broncos. I see you, Rafael. In case you're wondering, this is what we drink. HEB, unsweetened sparkling water. 1st and 10 with 4 minutes and 21 seconds left to go. Here's the snap and a handoff to the right-hand side. On 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. It's a 1-yard pickup, 2nd down and 9. 2nd down and 9 at the Carolina 18. 2nd down and 9 at the Carolina 18. Clock is hot. The score is 7-10. The score is 7-10 right now. Rico Dowdle is in the backfield with Bryce Young. Bryce Young steps up to the line. Make sure that everyone hears him right now. Tyrone McMillan is at the bottom of the screen, folks. We've got a shotgun formation, right hash. Here's the snap, looking to the left. Still has time. Bryce Young going to try to improvise here. He'll wind up and throw, coming back for it and making the catch. It is Ted McMillan. That's good for a 1st down. Carolina Panthers. 14-yard gain here on 2nd down and 9. From the Carolina 18-yard line to the Carolina 32, it's good for 14 yards. So 1st and 10 coming up at the Carolina 32. Ted McMillan runs himself, honestly, just a slant route. Finds himself all the way from the bottom of the screen to the left side of the field. Sees his quarterback's is in trouble and comes back to make the play. Fantastic job. 1st and 10, Bryce Young will wind up and throw. Catch made wide open is Jimmy Horn. And Jimmy picks up another 1st down. St. Jimmy's coming to town across the alleyway. I like it. St. Jimmy. Jimmy Horn makes the grab. It's good for another Carolina 1st down. 1st down. Thank you, Tamara. Thanks, Country Kisses. Okay. 1st and 10. 2 minutes and 24 seconds. Single back formation, trips to the right-hand side from the 47-yard line. It's a handoff up the middle. Diving, Rico Dowdle takes it from the 47 across midfield to the 48. This will bring up a 2nd down. They're calling it down at the Tampa Bay 49, so it's a 4-yard pickup. It's a 2nd down and 6. 2 minutes here left to go, and this will take us to the warning. 2 minutes when we get back. 2nd down and 6 from the 49-yard line. So, you know what this means, guys. It's time to find out who the newbies are. If you are new, drop 5 emojis. Here are my 5 emojis. Just going to pick some right now. Talk to me. Looking for some newbies during this commercial break, guys. Not new, but I love Football Nation. 2-minute warning. They got Godwin for 15 yards as an insult. Looks like Hayden Haydog is new. Todd Tier, not new, but he is cracking the ice. I appreciate that, Todd. Ernie, what's up, Ernie? Thanks for checking in. We've got Josiah in the house. Custom Kush is in the house. What's up, Josiah? What up, Custom Kush? Alfredo Gonzalez, kind of newish. Yeah. I've seen you in here a few times, though, my friend. Turtle. What up, Turtle? I think I've seen you in here a few times, too. I could be wrong. Seeing a lot of names coming back, man. A lot of names coming back. A lot of people wanting to be first-timers, looking for the real first-timers out here. Shout out to those of you, but still appreciate all of these right now. Looks like Jairo Martinez, what's up? Rafael Acevedo, what's up, my friend? Ray, hello. First Wolf, Tommy. Cynthia, NBM. Yeah, I feel like I've seen like almost all of these names already. I feel like I've already seen all of you guys before. I could be wrong, but what up, David? What up, Gainesville? What up, Octavia's mommy? I see you guys out here, FDJC Engine. See, now I know there's something up. Now I know there's something going on here. Blood Eagles, what's up, dude? Shout out to Happy Potato. Hiroshi, welcome in. Davis saying new. RV Hack saying I am new. Yeah, it's me saying not new. Looks like Cuban Mario saying second show. What up, Cuban? Appreciate you, brother. Don't be shy, says Juana. All right, guys. Looks like all of you guys, y'all were bad, man. You guys were bad. All the newbies getting drowned out by all the veterans today. I appreciate the newbies checking into the chat. I appreciate the newbies checking into the chat. JK saying first timer. Third time, says Michael Cook. Snowman, what's up? Fake first timer, says Smoke Burp. All right, guys. Just so you know, I am paying attention to the names I see in the chat. I do see you guys out there. Y'all don't think I'm seeing. You guys don't think I'm remembering y'all, but I remember y'all. We've got a 2nd down and 6 as we come back from the 2-minute warning, folks. 2nd down and 6. We've got a pistol formation here. 2 receivers to the right, 1 on the left from the 49-yard line. Bryce Young's in trouble quickly. He winds up and throws. It's incomplete. Tommy Tremble, the intended receiver, unable to get his hands on that football. Looks like the rain is almost through the worst of it, folks. We probably will not have rain in the second half of this game if this keeps blowing over here. 1:56 left to go. It's 3rd down and 6. 1:56 left to go in the first half, second quarter. It's 3rd down and 6. Bryce Young breaks the huddle. He lines up with Chuba Hubbard to his left and motion from Tommy Tremble to the bottom of the screen. We wait for the snap. Ted McMillan with a man standing in the slot next to him. The snap comes in. The 4-man rush comes in looking that way. It's picked off. It's intercepted. First down, Tampa Bay. And the Buccaneers will come back and pick this thing off. Oof. First down for the Buccaneers. An interception there by Parrish. And a beautiful play by the red team. He just drops down and makes the play. I got to say, I like it. The nickel, Jacob Parrish, has to go up for it. He does hang on to it, tucks it away, goes down inbounds. So it'll be a 1st and 10 at the Tampa Bay 42. Talk about a turnover, man. Excellent, says Pabby Man. Excellent. Who doesn't want this game the most, says Dawn. So what's going on the left side of the line? Because they keep throwing it to the right-hand side of the line? I don't know. Maybe Tristan Wirfs might be. Well, you're talking Panthers. I'm talking Buccaneers here. All right, guys. So a turnover here. Now, this game, we can see it. The passing is not working because there is too much rain. A couple of big yards, a couple of big plays, but a lot of it has been a lot of groundwork today. This is a head-to-head comparison between the running back rooms. Not just one running back, but both teams, all running backs and all ball carriers on the ground from behind the line of scrimmage. On average, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers put up less yards than the Carolina Panthers, but it's not by much. Buccaneers, on average, pick up 10 less yards than Carolina. They also happen to run about 1 less rushing play than the Carolina Panthers. And when we look at rushing touchdowns per game, Carolina has not even really been that good on the ground. They do, however, for what it's worth, 41% of their total yardage comes from rushing the football, which puts them inside the top 5. Meanwhile, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 35% of their total yardage comes from running the football. Today, we can take a look at those stats right now, and we can see that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have 69 rushing yards, giggity, and the Carolina Panthers have just 5. Let me refresh this just so that I know that this is right. Dude, that is absolutely right. I cannot – this is bad, man. This is terrible. the Panthers have nothing going on right now. The Buccaneers have figured it out. We're back from this commercial break. We've got motion on the field from K. Dotton, actually, as he goes to the bottom of the screen. Now he's on the move to the top. It's a handoff and another carry on the ground. This is going to be, looks like Bucky Irving, who picks up 6 or 7. Amber, what up? $5 super chat from Amber for you. Thank you, Amber. This brings up a 2nd down and 3 after a 7-yard gain. Okay, so 2nd down and 3. We'll start this clock. Antonio saying giggity, 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 giggity goo. Single back formation, 1:15 left to go. The snap and a handoff to the single back, who is Sean Tucker, and he goes backwards again. It brings up a 3rd down and 4. Sean Tucker today has struggled behind the line, guys. 2 carries for -6 yards for Sean Tucker. This time a loss of 2 brings up a 3rd down and 5. First carry for Sean Tucker today was -4. The second carry for Sean Tucker today, -2. That's brutal. That's bad. 40 seconds left to go in the first half of this game. Shotgun formation. Baker Mayfield waits for the snap. Rachaad White on the right-hand side from the 47-yard line, just shy of midfield. Baker takes it. He runs in through the pocket. Now he has time to survey, but he's got pressure all around him. He'll wind up and throw. It's K. Dotton. K. Dotton gets out to the 32-yard line, extending the play like nobody else. Baker Mayfield finds a way to pick up a 1st down. 1st down, Buccaneers. Oof. Tampa Bay, big play, bobbing and weaving and on the run, and Baker making the throw. It's a legal forward pass. A part of his body was beyond the line of scrimmage, but every bit of him has to be beyond the line of scrimmage for it to be an illegal forward pass. So this one is good. It's a 1st and 10. Looks like this could be a timeout being called by the defense here. And it will be. So the clock will stop. Timeout being called by the Panthers. 18 seconds left to go. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers go from their own 47 to the 31 as K. Dotton makes a 22-yard catch and run here. Catch for 5, run for 15. Otten waking up today, says Adam. Yeah, seriously. I'll scroll down just a hair. You guys can see all the other wide receivers down at the bottom of the screen right now. Got a 1st and 10. Woohoo, says Kelly. Woohoo! Maybe it was more like that. Who knows? 1st and 10. 18 seconds left to go. We're lined up on the 31-yard line. Motion on the field from McMillan. It's a handoff here to Bucky Irving. Up the middle he goes. Out past the 25. Inside the 25 to the 24. It's a 2nd down. Timeout going to need to be called here by the Buccaneers with 13 seconds left to go. It's a 2nd down and 3 after the Bucky Irving 7-yard run up the middle. Tampa Bay now has 2 timeouts remaining, so they can figure out how they want to attack the final 13 seconds here. Do we keep it on the ground and try to pick up a few more yards? They're lined up on the 24-yard line now, so they've got less than a quarter of the field here left to go. And we've seen a couple of plays today go for at least 20. You can see K. Dotton has a 20-yard play and Mike Evans has a 21-yard play, both of those on the right-hand side. Motion right now to the top of the screen. McMillan is by himself at the top. Bottom of the screen, Mike Evans and Emeka Egbuka. Baker Mayfield waits for the snap here. Looks like the rain might be clearing up here. A handoff to Bucky Irving, who does go forward and picks up about, 5 yards on 2nd down and 3. That's good for a 1st down, Tampa Bay. Timeout will be called. We line up on the 20-yard line. 9 seconds here left to go. It's 1st and 10. Yes, Mike Godwin is playing. Mike Godwin is playing. It's too slippery, says Juana. I'm looking at this right now. I don't know. I can't really tell if the rain has stopped. It's still got to be drizzling right now. It's still got to be drizzling right now. Looks like a super just came in from Daniel. Can't believe that a team with a losing record could win a division and get into the playoffs if the Buccaneers win today. That's true. That is true. Shotgun formation. Actually, it's not just if the Buccaneers win, Daniel. Here's the snap and a handoff to the left side. And this will be another timeout called by Baker. We are inside the red zone at the 18-yard line. And I think the field goal unit is going to come out here. So 5 seconds left to go. We're lined up at the 18-yard line. This should be a 36-yarder. Just add a few of those here. Should be a 36-yarder now for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But the Panthers, if they lose this game, guys, the Panthers can still make the postseason if the Atlanta Falcons beat the Saints. So Buccaneers, even if they win this game, they still need New Orleans to beat Atlanta, or the Panthers will still win this division. .36-yard attempt. Here's the snap and the hold. The kick is up. A flag on the kick. The kick is up, and the kick is good, but there's a flag on the play. So let's find out what this is. 3 seconds here left to go. Probably going to be leveraging, and it could bring up a first down. Nope. They're going to call this illegal formation on the defense, but the penalty is going to be declined right now. So the penalty is actually going to be declined here, folks. He said illegal formation on the defense. Penalty is going to be declined. The result of the kick is that the Buccaneers get 3 points, and so the kick is good. 2 seconds left to go here, folks. The Buccaneers put 3 points on the board with 2 seconds left to go. Penalty was declined. We got halftime right around the corner. One possession game, says iBurn. One possession game. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers decided that, you know what? We're running out of time. Tamara's saying it's not fourth down, so it doesn't have to be fourth down for them to kick the field goal. Right now, if they decided to go for it, they actually have no timeouts remaining, by the way. So if they had decided to run a play, they could have left points on the table if they didn't score on that play with no timeouts remaining. So the smart move would have been to kick that field goal, and I totally agree with Bull's decision to kick that field goal in that moment. We get a kick. We get a touchback out to the 35-yard line. We get a kick out to the 35-yard line. And my guess is they're going to take a knee right here. My guess is that they're going to take a knee right here, and it looks like the Carolina Panthers are going to get the football to start the second half of this game. Has the weather changed yet? Not much, Michael. Not much. Here is the knee. This does take us to the end of the half, guys, and so we'll add 3 timeouts for both teams. We'll reset this clock. We'll put it at halftime. We'll start the clock. This is playoffs, guys. It's not technically the playoffs, but it is win or go home for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers today. Let's do our halftime trivia quiz. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our halftime trivia quiz. This time, Santino and I decided to do something a little bit different. We want to know how many of you Buccaneers fans and Panthers fans actually have your pulse or your finger on the pulse of these two teams. So we're going to do something more recent here, guys. Okay, who led the Buccaneers in receiving yards this season? Was it Emeka Egbuka, Mike Evans, or Chris Godwin? Who led this team in receiving yards this season? Emeka Egbuka, Mike Evans, or Chris Godwin? A, B, or C? We're doing almost all current events right now here. Just a quick pulse check on your two teams. The answer is Emeka Egbuka, 930 receiving yards this season. If he has a good second half, he can actually break 1,000 yards in his rookie year, but we'll see how that goes with this weather. Let's move on to question number 2. Okay, question number 2. This one will be for the Panthers. Who led the Carolina Panthers in receiving yards this season? Same question, other team. Is it Jalen Coker, Ted McMillan, or Xavier Legette? Who has led so far this season for the Carolina Panthers? Do you know these teams well enough, or do you not? This is kind of an easy one right now, which is also an interesting fact that both these guys are new to the league right now. So 2 rookies doing their thing, and Ted McMillan is the answer here. 929 yards for Ted McMillan. Same story is true. He could break 1,000 receiving yards with 70 receiving yards here today. Question number 3. Who was leading the Buccaneers in rushing yards entering today? Is it Bucky Irving, Sean Tucker, or Rachaad White? Now keep in mind, we have seen some injuries this season that has changed things, and there is not a lot separating these 2 players. This also does say entering today's game, because looking at this right now, we actually do have a new leader. But entering today's game, it was Rachaad White, who had 549. Meanwhile, Bucky Irving had 503. However, Bucky Irving has picked up 49 yards today, and Rachaad White only has 11. So I think they might be within 3 yards of each other at this point. All right, guys, how many rushing touchdowns did Rico Dowdle have entering today's game? Is it 5, 6, or 7? Is it 5, 6, or 7 rushing touchdowns for Rico Dowdle? I'll tell you this, he leads this team in rushing touchdowns. He's got more than Chuba Hubbard and Bryce Young combined. He's also got more rushing yards than both of them combined. Matter of fact, he's got more rushing yards than everyone else on his team combined. He's got 6 rushing touchdowns, and the same is true in that category. Rico Dowdle, 6 rushing touchdowns, Chuba Hubbard with 1, and Bryce Young with 2 for the 2025 campaign for the Carolina Panthers. Okay, guys, question number 5. Question number 5. Who was leading the Buccaneers in sacks entering today's game? So a defensive question here. Who was entering today? Who was leading this team in sacks? Was it Hassan Reddick, Vita Vea, or Yaya Diaby? Aha. A, B, or C? By the way, they are still leading this team in sacks. They are still leading this team in sacks. The answer is Yaya Diaby. Diaby with 7 bags on the season. Vita Vea with 4.5. Levante David with 3.5. Hassan Reddick with just 2.5. And he might be in the twilight of his career. Question number 6, guys. Question number 6, who was leading the Carolina Panthers in interceptions entering today's game? Is it J.C. Horn, Mike Jackson, or Nick Scott? I think y'all might know this one, considering he's probably the best player on the defensive side of the football here. He's definitely the highest paid player on the defensive side of the football here. Is it A, is it B, or is it C? The answer is J.C. Horn, ladies and gentlemen. J.C. Horn with 5 interceptions this season. Christian Rosenboom actually has an interception today, which is kind of cool, but J.C. Horn does lead the way for this team. Let's go to question number 7. All right, guys, which of these 3 did not get a pick 6 this season? Is it Jamal Dean? Is it Levante David, or is it Anthony Nelson? Interception touchdowns, guys. Only 2 players on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers side have done that. And that's actually Jamel Dean, not Jamal Dean. Jamel Dean is not the answer. It is Levante David. Levante David, guys, is the answer here. And he does not have a pick six. Both Anthony Nelson and Jamel Dean do have interceptions for touchdowns this season. Question number 8, y'all. Man, this quiz might be busting some of y'all up pretty good, guys. Who had the Carolina Panthers' longest receiving play from scrimmage entering today's game? Longest receiving play from scrimmage entering today's game for the Carolina Panthers. Is it Ted McMillan, Rico Dowdle, or Tommy Tremble? Well, I'll tell you that Rico Dowdle had a reception for 36 yards. Ted McMillan had one for 43. And Tommy Tremble had a 54-yard reception earlier this year. Just so you know. Just so you know. Okay, here comes question number 9. Question number 9, folks. Who was the last team that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat in the playoffs? Oh, do you remember this one? Who was the last team that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers actually beat in the playoffs? Was it the Washington Commanders, the Philadelphia Eagles, or the Detroit Lions? Some of you might know. Some of you might know. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. A, B, or C? The answer is B, ladies and gentlemen. They beat the Philadelphia Eagles in 2023, following the 2023 season, so technically it was January 15th, 2024. Then last postseason, they did not do well. First round exit, no surprise there. Anyways, guys, question number 10. Here we go. Who holds the Carolina Panthers' single season passing touchdown record? Single season passing touchdown record. Is it Steve Berline? Is it Cam Newton? Or is it Bryce Young? Single season passing touchdown record. A, B, or C? You know, you may not remember him. This was a while back. This was back in 1999. It happened during my lifetime. The answer is A, Steve Berline, with 36 passing touchdowns back in 1999. Okay, guys, that is it. That's all I had for this trivia quiz. How did you guys do? Let's take a look at the chat and see what's going on with y'all. How did we do? Good? Bad? A-okay? Good? Had to guess? A couple people had to guess? Well, okay. C'est la vie. Berline is the GOAT. 0 out of 10 because I did not play. Okay, we'll turn this down then, guys. Be honest, says iBurn. Be honest, he says. She got 0 out of 10. 7 out of 10, says Bubba Jax. That's not bad. Not good today, said JT Rice. Okay, guys, clean sweep. I didn't get any, says the QN Productions. Oh, man, I'm a lucky guesser, says DJ Gene. All right, guys, well, if you got even 6 out of them right, then congratulations. You did just fine today. About 3 minutes left to go during this halftime break, folks. So why don't we take a quick look? Why don't we take a quick look at some of the stats, shall we? Okay, in this game so far, guys, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have outpaced the Carolina Panthers by a lot. Carolina is going to receive the football to start the second half of this game. So Carolina gonna get the football to start the second half, but right now they are in the hole. They are down by 6, down by a pair of field goals in this one. Baker with a passing touchdown today, and Bryce Young with a passing touchdown today. Baker Mayfield has completed 10 of 15. Meanwhile, Bryce Young has completed 7 of 11 for 75. Both quarterbacks have 1 passing touchdown and 1 interception, but Baker Mayfield does have 28 yards on the ground to his name. So, advantage there for Baker Mayfield on the ground, and when we look at the head-to-head comparison, you guys know that, well, Baker does have the inside track there once again. Here's that comparison one more time for you guys. Here's that head-to-head comparison one more time for you guys. Baker Mayfield, 3,490 passing yards compared to Bryce Young's 2,745. 351 rushing yards compared to Young's 217. 26 total touchdowns compared to Young's 23. Total touchdowns, dead even when it comes to interceptions. Young with a slightly higher completion percentage. Baker Mayfield getting himself into more trouble, but he does have a higher passer rating. Those are just the numbers. Okay. Why don't we take a look at this here, guys? Did you or did you not? Have you signed up for your weekly pick'ems yet? You'll get today's game and tonight's game. And after tonight at 11:59 a.m., actually probably going to do it at 11:29 a.m. right before I go live, I'm going to turn off your ability to make your picks. We're giving away $100 this week, or at least trying to this week. As a matter of fact, I might just raffle it off, dude. But we'll see, right? We'll see how I'm feeling. It's the last week of the season. I just want to see how many people are willing to play our weekly pick'ems. Last week we got like 214. It actually wasn't a whole lot. Hoping that for week 18 we can get well over, I don't know, 500 participants. So if you have not signed up for the weekly pick'ems, you can find that in the description down below. You can find that in the description down below. Or you can go to footballnationusa.com and go to the pick'ems tab. I'll drop a link in the description right here, right now. Here's the link in the description, guys. Cool. Now, if you guys are on a TV set, you'll have to go to footballnationusa.com. But if you are on your phone, you can click the link in the description right now and sign up to play. Okay, guys, we'll reset this. We are going to put 15 minutes on the clock. It's time to start this third quarter. Panthers going to get the football to start the second half. Here we go. Looks like Cash Mays is moving to Montana. Rev Green is moving to Montana, I suppose. Okay. Buccaneers placing this football. Just raise a crop of dental floss. Wait, what? I did my picks already. Love it. JC Horn saying Wenda. Someone asking, is it still raining heavily here? It is not. Looks like this has subsided to a drizzle, but the second half is getting started. So let's see which of these two teams will decide to keep pouring it on in the second half. Every single pun intended. It does look like the rain has stopped, guys. Panthers going to start this drive on the 35-yard line after the touchback. So we got a touchback. It's a 1st and 10 at the 35 as we start this one. That's college ball you're holding with night stripes, not a pro ball. Well, we did just cover college football yesterday, so I do have a pro ball downstairs. Either way, doesn't really matter. It's a football nevertheless. 1st and 10. Single back formation. Under center right now, waiting for the snap. Taking the snap and handing this off to the left-hand side. Rico Dowdle gets the carry, and we'll pick up about 3, maybe 4 yards. They're going to call that a gain of 4. It's a 2nd down and 6. So 2nd down. It's a 2nd down and 6, 14 minutes and 47 seconds here left to go. 2 thumbs up saying, what's up, man? What's up, brother? I'm going to have to... Voy a tener que soplarme la nariz, pero por ahora, I'll deal with it. 14 and a half. Looks like a pistol this time. We're lined up on the 30, call it the 39 right now. Bryce Young not expecting that snap. It came in low. The throw to the left-hand side as that'll be caught on the left-hand side. Jalen Coker makes the grab. And that's good for a 3rd down. It's going to be, it looks like a 4-yard gain on 2nd down and 6. So 3rd down and 1, really. 3rd down and 1, maybe 3rd down and 2. I got a 3rd down and 2 on my TV screen. 3rd down and 2. Carolina Panthers, can they convert the third down? Jalen Coker on the move to the bottom of the screen. Chuba Hubbard is the running back in on this play. Coker gets the target. The pass is incomplete. It brings up a 4th down and 2, and it might be time to punt this thing. I think it's time to punt. I guess CBS Sports didn't get that the second half had already started. There we go. Yeah, that's an incomplete pass for sure. It's a 4th down and 2. Maybe a 4th down and 1. Here's the play. Ooh, he might have caught that. I still think it's going to be short. 4th down and 1. Oh, they're lined up to go for it. Lined up to go for it. Here's the snap up the middle. It's going to be a 2-yard pickup. 4th down and 1 from their own 44-yard line. The chutzpah of these Carolina Panthers to go for it on 4th down on their own side of midfield. You know, no guts, no glory. They went and they picked it up. It's a 1st down for the Carolina Panthers. 1st down. Good job by Carolina. So 1st and 10 at the Carolina 47. 1st and 10 at the Carolina 47. Here's the snap out of the pistol again. A blitz coming in, and under duress has to get rid of this football. Incomplete pass stops the clock. 2nd down and 10 with 12:28 as Bryce Young had nowhere to go on that play. Who was even the intended receiver here? Didn't even say who that was. It's a 2nd down and 10 at the Carolina 47. The Panthers still approaching midfield right now. Panthers approaching midfield right now from their own 47. Break! They line up. Bryce Young. Looks like an empty backfield right now, but I wonder if we're going to see some movement here. 2nd down and long. It's a shotgun formation with a man to his right. The blitz coming in right now, and Young steps up through the pocket. He'll wind up and throw on the run. The catch is made upfield. Is that Ted McMillan? It sure is. 19 yards and a 1st down. Carolina Panthers. This means he only needs 30 more yards to have a 1,000-yard season for Ted McMillan in his rookie year. That's a grab, guys, on 2nd and 10 from the Carolina 47 to the Tampa Bay 34. 1st down, Carolina inside of Buccaneers territory. Ted McMillan playing without gloves, too. McMillan playing without gloves on. I got to start my clock. Here's the snap and a hand. Ooh, a little play action here. He'll throw this one backwards. It's a backwards play. What? That can't be incomplete. It's a backwards pass, ref. Are you blind? The clock stops with 11:38. That was clearly a backwards pass, ref. Bro, that's a backwards pass. I don't know why they called this incomplete. That play should have kept on right there. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. 11:38. Now they're saying the ruling on the fields is that it was a forward pass that went out of bounds. Did he challenge this? Yeah, that's a backwards pass. And it's picked up. The football never goes out of bounds anyways, so I don't know what the call is. I think that's an inadvertent whistle. That's it. So they're going to call this an inadvertent whistle, and it'll be a loss of 6. Ooh, you don't want that either. It's a loss of 6 because it was a backwards pass. Todd Bowles challenged it because he knew that. The inadvertent whistle is going to cost the Panthers 6 yards and a down. It's now 3rd down and 16 after the incomplete pass after it. Oh, that's brutal, dude. Even they're talking about the officiating here. Even they're talking about the officiating here. I'm allowed to do it. I don't work for the network. These guys, to bring it up, must actually mean something. 11-11 here. Make a wish. 3rd down and 16, shotgun formation. Waiting for the snap here. Panthers, here's the snap, dropping back, looking left, looking right. Gonna wind up and throw to Chuba Hubbard. Hubbard brings this one out from the 36. Excuse me, from the 41 to the 36. And it brings up a 4th down. 4th down and 12. Sorry about you, Panthers fans. Bad call from the officials right there. But truth of the matter is, it happens. It happens. So looks like from the 36-yard line, this should be a 52-yarder? 54-yarder? Vamos a ver. Panthers going to line up for a 54-yard field goal attempt on the left hash. The kick is good. It's wobbly. It's no good. The kick was up, but all of a sudden it started to hook, and it looked like the hold was, I don't know what happened there. The kick is no good. The kick was up, but no good. So there's the snap. The hold was fine. Did he not get his hand out of the way? He did. The hold was great. What happened there? The hold was perfect, and the kick was just terrible. Shanked that one. He took his eyes off the football. He was looking at the uprights when he was swinging that leg. It's going to be a turnover here, and it'll be a first down for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They'll take over on the 44-yard line. Shank, man. Awful kick right there. The laces were in, says DJ Jean. Rigged, says Lions Collector. Okay, man. So, someone yelled at him. Laces out, says Michael. Zebras stink, says Mr. Dizzy. Mr. Izzy Dizzy saying the zebras stink. If the Panthers don't win, I swear, says Reed. Okay, man, here's the thing. If the Panthers win, they guarantee themselves a spot in the postseason. However, if the Panthers lose, it's not over for Carolina. If the Panthers lose, they will then turn around and root for the Atlanta Falcons. If the Falcons get the win over the New Orleans Saints, then the Panthers can still get in with a 7-9 record, with an 8-9 record, just like the Buccaneers can get in with an 8-9 record. But a 9-8 record would feel a lot better going into the postseason. You don't want to have a team get into the postseason with a losing record because that's awful. Yeah, that's never any good. That's never any good. Uh-oh. Looks like my chat might have locked up right now. I can't click on nothing here. There we go. Accountability is needed for the refs. I agree with that one, Rob. Let's see. Baker says Clinton Gray. What the what? Question mark? That is facts there, Roy Williams. If Baker scores the next touchdown, you bake a cake. Will I bake a cake? I might make some brownies. 1st and 10. There's a handoff up the middle. This time from the 44-yard line to the 48. It's a 2nd down and 6. We'll start this clock. Really shifty, just win then. Bad call deserves bad fine, says Dog Food. Adam, appreciate the feedback, my friend. Let's get locked in, folks. I got myself a 2nd down and 6 coming up right now. About 9 minutes and 53 seconds on the clock from the 48-yard line. Baker Mayfield under center. We've got a single back in motion on the field. Here's the snap. Dropping back. 5-man rush. The blitz comes in. They get to Baker. Down he goes. There is the hit from Trayvon Moehrig. And Moehrig gets the drop. A safety blitz. Okay. So Trayvon Moehrig comes in. Great job disguising the defense from the Carolina Panthers. 3rd down and 2nd down and 6. What am I looking at here? Okay, 2nd down and 6 becomes 3rd down and 10 after that hit. So 2nd down and 6 becomes 3rd down and 10. We line up on the 44-yard line. Baker going to drop back, wind up, and fire. Team tackle made here against Cade Otton. It brings up a 4th down and 2. Do you go for it or no? Looks like a couple super chats just checked in right now. Vegeta drops one saying, I think NFC South will look flipped next year. Saints and Falcons have been improving late this season. Bucs and Panthers are too inconsistent, says Vegeta. Vegeta and Vegetarian. I got you. We also got a super chat right now from our Canadian brother up here. What up, man? 4th down and 2. Looks like the Buccaneers are lined up to go for it on the enemy 48-yard line. Play clock down to 1. Are they going to call a timeout, or is this going to be a delay of game? Bull's going to take the delay of game, and we are going to get a punt. So flag on the play, 8-14, delay of game, offense. This is going to be a 5-yard penalty, and we'll have a 4th down and 7 as the Buccaneers try to get the Panthers to jump off sides. It does not work. So 4th down and 7. Time for the punt. Punt practice, says Mr. Mojo. Hey, that's Mad Steve's line. Just kidding. You can have it. Mayfield is just a tad bit better, says Tibobo. Riley Dixon gonna punt this away to Trevor Etienne. Waiting for the snap. Here it is. There's the boot. This goes away. It's signaled a fair catch on the other side of the field. Inside the 10, down at the 7. It's a 1st and 10 now at the 7-yard line for the Carolina Panthers. Panthers gonna take over here. Go Hawks, says Earth Angel. Earth Angel. What's going on here, man? Appreciate you checking in. He's even saying it's not just what he's saying. He lives this life. He's about that life. He says, go Hawks. Never know when you trust Baker. Wishy-washy. I don't know. I like Baker Mayfield, but that wasn't his call. That was coach's call. I'm sure Baker wanted to go for it. We got to get something going, says Reed. Yeah, man. Got to get something going for sure. Got to get something going for sure. Let's take a quick look at some of the analytics, guys. Hey, those of y'all who were with us yesterday, how crazy was that? 400,000 views on one game, 400,000 views on another. This chat was rocking insane yesterday, man. We've got over 6,000 people in the chat right now, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button if you're still with me. Thanks for hanging out with me. Looks like our average view time for this live stream is actually up as well compared to that of yesterday. So I appreciate that as well, y'all. Taking a quick look over here into the chat. Hell of a day, says Eric. Seriously. We got 1.1 million views yesterday. 1.1 million views yesterday. Insane. Bryce needs to rush over 18.5. That's all I ask. Let's see, because my ESPN sound is broke, says Scott Patrick. Amen to that, Country. Oh, what did Country say? It was crazy for the mods as well, says Country. That's fair. That's fair. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yesterday, question mark? Sorry, was that... I guess day before yesterday, DJ Gene. A $64,000 question. Who do you think the NFL wants in the Super Bowl? Oh, dude, that's too rich of a question for me, man. 400 shows the state of the economy, says Joseph. 400,000, my friend. Football Nation is going to do awesome, says Succulent Life. Thank you, Succulent Life. Let's see. iBurn saying where the newbies at. We had a lot of them. 2026 already buck wild? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good, 33 Dragon? What's going on, living like Larry? Shout out to you, my friend. Appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, this commercial break is over. We do have ourselves a 1st and 10 with 8:08 on the clock. Here's the snap. Here is the handoff. It's going to be a loss of a yard on 1st and 10. It's 2nd down and 11. 8 minutes on the board. Yaya Diaby with another tackle for a loss. Okay. 2nd down and 11. Wake myself up right now, man. Want to wake myself up right now. What's going on in this football game? 2nd down and 11. Single empty backfield right now for Bryce Young. 3 receivers on the left-hand side, 2 to the right. With 7.5 left to go, Bryce Young takes the snap against the 4-man rush. He's standing in his own end zone. He will wind up and throw and just going to have to wrap this thing up. Chuba Hubbard is going to pick up a couple yards. There is a flag on the play. Let's find out what this flag is going to be. So Bryce Young threw the football, but they're going to call this illegal contact against the defense. That's a 5-yard penalty, but most importantly, it's an automatic first down. So first down here for the Carolina Panthers. They get 5 yards after an illegal contact call against Tampa Bay. Okay, illegal contact. It's a 1st and 10. This moves them from the Carolina 6 to the Carolina 11. Yeah, they're lined up right on the 11. I don't know why I had to question 5 plus 6. Carolina 11-yard line shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Bryce Young waits for the snap. Looking around, Young directs Tommy Tremble to the left-hand side. Here comes the 4-man rush. Bryce Young with time, looks to Tommy Tremble, finds Tommy Tremble. Tremble on 1st and 10, picks up 13 or 14. That's a Carolina Panthers first down. First down for Carolina. Good play there on the left-hand side by the motion man. Big tight end in Tommy Tremble, making it look easy. Making it look easy. Vita Vea tried to jump and get his hand up. Yaya Diaby was there, supposed to be covering him. Servosea Dennis had to make the tackle at the end of it. Sir Dennis, you can call him. 1st and 10, motion on the field. Here's the snap and a handoff to Chuba Hubbard. Hubbard goes up the left hash here, takes it from the 24 to the 29. 5-yard gain on 1st and 10 brings up a 2nd down and 5 for the Carolina Panthers. Carolina with possession. Carolina at their own 29-yard line. Are they going to finish off this drive with points, or are they going to shank another field goal? This game could be a 3-point game right now. Single back. 28-29 line. The snap comes in. The handoff up the middle will go Chuba Hubbard. He picks up 3 yards. It brings up a 3rd down and 2. 3rd down at the Carolina 32. 5 minutes and 52 seconds left to go. Tommy Tremble getting another helmet right now. What happened to Tommy's helmet? Maybe hands to the face. Oh, yeah, he ripped. Servosea Dennis ripped off, grabbing his face mask and ripped off his helmet and threw it away. The officials, no flag on that. Crazy to me. Another missed call here by the officials. Should have been a face mask and an automatic first down for the Panthers, but now we got a 3rd down and 2. Here is the snap, looking right, looking left, a windup and a throw up the field. Ted McMillan makes the grab to the 35. That's good for a first down. First down, Ted McMillan. What a grab. No flag on this one. Tetairoa McMillan, a nice swim move here to get away. Gets down at about the 36 is where they're going to mark this here. Oh, wow, there is a flag now. There is a flag here. They're calling it OPI against Ted McMillan. It's at the line of scrimmage. He can make contact. That's not 5 yards past. That's within the line. That's a bad call here, guys. 3rd down and 2. I don't know where they are getting. What are you? So a 30-yard pickup going to be negated by another bad flag right here. Bro, incomplete pass now on 3rd down and 11. Incomplete makes it a 4th down and 11. Call it a 4th down and 12. What are these referees doing? What are these referees doing? In case you're missing the action, folks, these officials just miserable in today's game. A backwards pass that should have been a backwards pass, but they called it an incomplete. They had to challenge. Todd Bowles had to challenge that. It ends up being an inadvertent whistle because the official got whistle happy. Another face mask call that was obvious because the official had to give this dude back his mask. And now this one here, an offensive OPI where 3 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, Ted McMillan is just trying to get away from someone to get open up space, and the official throws a flag for that. So we get a punt because of bad officiating. The Panthers send this over to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers going to start this drive on the 31-yard line. In case anybody's wondering, I love the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers should actually win this game, but not like this, dude. Not like that. I don't know. Am I crazy for saying that? Does anybody else agree with me on that? If you think I'm wrong, you're welcome to say so. But that was not OPI, bro. Fact. $84K is on the horizon, Mr. Mojo. I mean, not like that, man. The refs are supposed to be involved. Thank you. I got some hot tea. Cheers to that. All right, man. Let's call New York, says Roy. Too many bad calls. Yeah, you know, AC's got a take right here. And I'll tell you this, bro. You are absolutely right. There are iffy calls every single game. It's part of football. And you know what's funny, dude? I was asked to referee a semi-pro game. I will never do semi-pro football ever again, ever, as an official. I had to tell the commissioner of the league, who had the audacity to walk down onto the field and try to tell us to change a call during a semi-pro game. Literally, the commissioner of the league walked. Could you imagine if Roger Goodell walked onto the field and asked you to change a ruling on the field? On what grounds? Anyways, I had to literally look this man in the eyes and tell him exactly what you said right here. Now, iffy calls, yes, I agree. Part of this is true. Iffy calls do happen every single game. But things like the Nola no call, that can't be one. This OPI was pretty bad call. The inadvertent whistle, also a really bad call. So I wouldn't categorize those as iffy. I would categorize those as just wrong. Anyways, that's that. I'll get off my soapbox here. The commercial break is over. The Buccaneers have the football at the 31-yard line, and it's a single back formation. Baker takes the snap and play actions. Pump fake, winds up, throws. This time the catch is made. Emeka Egbuka on the left-hand side. Late hit out of bounds. No flag here either. Pretty obvious that he was already out of bounds before getting dragged to the ground. Look, Egbuka way out of bounds. I guess he didn't get dragged. Okay, all right, so whatever. Still, though, he was clearly out of bounds. If he had gotten hurt on that play, you would imagine it's a 2nd down and 2. He did get hit well out of bounds on that one. 3:55 on the clock. A snap and a handoff up the middle on 2nd down and 2 from the 39-yard line. Gets this one out to about the 42, so call that a gain of 3. It's a 1st down, Tampa Bay. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go now. That last run was a Bucky Irving run. Only 2 full steps out of bounds, says Dan Steely. You know, I do have late hit as one of my penalty markers, but it just didn't get called here. 1st and 10, 3:15 on the board from the 42-yard line. It's a handoff to Bucky Irving. Bucky is going to pick up about 5 yards on this play. Call it a gain of 6, 2nd down and 4. 2nd down and 4. Football at the Tampa Bay 48. The Buccaneers just shy of midfield, ladies and gentlemen. Just shy of midfield. Bucky Irving is the single back on this play. Baker Mayfield, hands under center. Motion on the field from Jalen McMillan. It's a handoff to Bucky. Bucky to the right-hand side. He gets wrapped up, hanging on to the football. He's going to be marked down here at midfield. So from the Tampa Bay 48 to the 50-yard line. It's third down and 2 coming up now. Third down and 2 coming up now. Motion, single back at the 50-yard line. Baker takes it. Baker hands it off left-hand side, and it looks like it's going to be just enough. The officials are going to mark it a first down, Tampa Bay. They go out to the Carolina 48. It's 1st and 10. Less than 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Just run it every single time. Not going to happen. Says no way. No way. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. 48-yard line. Tampa Bay in Panthers territory. Tampa Bay under center. Motion on the field from Cade Otton. A little play action as the blitz comes in. Baker has to break a tackle. Baker is in trouble. He'll wind up and throw as he is running backwards. No flag on this play. A late flag comes in on this play. And we finally get a decision here that might make sense, but let's watch the replay. They're calling it pass interference against the defense. Pass interference against Nick Scott here. 1:19 left to go. Cade Otton, the intended receiver. I think Cade Otton might have tripped on his own feet this time. I think Cade Otton tripped on his own feet, and the official threw a flag. Oh, no, dude. Are you ever going to get this right? It's a DPI, and it looked like Cade Otton tripped on his own feet. It's a 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line and a handoff to Sean Tucker. He's going to lose a yard. It's a 2nd down and 11. I'm not kidding, guys. That's literally what it looked like to me. I'm really sorry, but I'm not making this up. And last time, there was a play that happened on the sideline that I may have overreacted to. But this time, I just don't see that there either. So shotgun formation, 42 seconds left to go. Motion on the field from Jalen McMillan to the slot. It's another handoff as Sean Tucker tries to go forward and picks up about 3 yards. That is the first positive run of the day for Sean Tucker. Also not an exaggeration. And Sean Tucker will pick up about 3 yards on the play. This brings up a 3rd down and 8. Football at the Carolina 33-yard line. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to let this clock wind down and take us into the 4th quarter. The rain has stopped. The officials have definitely gotten in the way of this one. Kind of a wild game, man. Kind of a wild game from that perspective. You never want the player of the game to be wearing black and white stripes. You never want the player of the game to be black and white stripes, man. This game is terrible, says BS Movington. I agree. Awful game. Awful game. Coño, eso es demasiado caliente. Lava, drinking lava. Let's see. A factor, the factor, says Dan Steely. This is crazy, says Jeremy. Maybe the Bucs are quietly protesting the crooked call, even if it was to their benefit. Zebra fatigue, says Long Drive Vids. You know, it does happen. Let's see. Cowboy Les saying, can I get a shout out, please? What up, Cowboy Les? Say less, fam. Say less. Buccaneers don't deserve to win this game 100%. Well, again, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming into this game, guys. Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming into this game losing, what was it, last 6 out of 7 for Tampa Bay? They have just been straight up bad this season. They lose to the Saints. They lose to the Falcons. They lose to the Panthers. They lose to the Dolphins. They're playing the Panthers again. And even if they win, they're not guaranteed a spot in the playoffs unless the New Orleans Saints win. The Saints have to win this matchup here. The Saints have to win this matchup against the Atlanta Falcons. Otherwise, if the Falcons win, the Panthers lose today's game, they can still end up in the postseason if the Falcons win that game. Who are you taking for that game? Are you taking New Orleans or are you taking the Falcons? These calls are not hard to make either. We see them clear as day, says Dan. Let's see. Let's turn this channel to the number 1. Like and subscribe right now, says iBurn. Okay. Mucho caliente, says Leo Burr. Yes. Mucho caliente, my friend. No, demasiado caliente, loco. Eso. Dios mío. Okay, couple other good games, guys. Lions and Bears, but there's not a whole lot to play for here for the Detroit Lions, which is why we are covering the Broncos and the Chargers. But the value of this game really depends on how this game goes. The catch is that these games happen at the exact same time, which means we had to pick and choose. So we're taking the Broncos and the Chargers on that one, and we'll finish Week 18 tomorrow night with the Ravens and the Steelers. Anyways, 3rd down and 8 to start the 4th quarter. Lined up at the Carolina Panthers 33-yard line. Baker Mayfield gets from the 33 out to the 31 on 3rd down and 8. It's a 2-yard pickup. It brings up a 4th down and 6 with 14:45 left to go. This will be a 48-yard field goal attempt for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 48-yarder. Hey-yo. Probably see the steam coming off this thing. Maybe not. It's super hot. Here's the snap. The 48-yard kick is up, and this one is good. We get points on the board. So the Buccaneers kick the field goal. The kick is good, and the score is 16-7. After this game, guys, we will have the 49ers and the Seahawks game. That's going to be a good one here as well. So don't go anywhere. I will be covering both of these games for you guys in case you don't have access to them. Ooh, looks like I got to update a couple of these numbers here as well on my scoreboard for the next game. Got to update my scoreboard for the next game and turn off that sound here as well. Okay. Turn off the sound. Fix my scoreboard. Come over here. Go to this game. Just real quick like. Make sure everyone's got 3 timeouts. All this is set. Okay. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Cough drops. Part of my diet these days. Okay. You know, this game has a lot on the line, but I don't think that either of these two fan bases are, like, huge fan bases, you know? You got one of the youngest teams, 2 of the youngest teams in the NFL right now with the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They haven't had enough time to be around forever. iBurn saying, what game are you doing next? Again, it'll be the Seahawks versus 49ers game coming up after this. First time, says Joseph Jennison. What up, Joseph Jennison? Thank you for checking in. Let's see. I hate when the refs make or break the game. Last quarter, guys, I don't see it in Carolina. For some reason, Tampa's defense came to play, says Jimmy Nguyen. Good take right there, Jimmy. I kind of agree. Let's see. Leroy saying, Mario, I'm here in Alaska. The cable is down. Thank God I have internet, where at least I can watch you pass off to Football Nation. Love it, dude. Love it. Thanks for checking in, Leroy. We got Lord Beerus saying Panthers not going to do squat, but miss another field goal or fail to convert in the red zone. It's growing pains. You good? I did. Yeah, I did. Okay, scoreboard is good. Bryce Young is not the guy, says Ricky Ness. He was drafted like the guy. They said he was the man. Okay, let's go ahead and reset. Fourth quarter with 14-12. Buccaneers going to send this over to Carolina. So now the Panthers will take over. Lined up back there to return is Xavier Legette. The camera focused on Legette right now. McLaughlin going to send this back. So here comes McLaughlin's kick. It goes up, and into the end zone for a touchback. The Carolina Panthers are going to start this drive on the 35-yard line. It's a 1st and 10 coming up for Carolina. It's a 1st and 10 coming up for the Carolina Panthers. Panthers got a score on this drive, says Iburn. Yes, they do, my friend. Yes, they do. I need 202 TB. Eye to eye, says Mr. Mojo. Okay, I'm stepping away from the chat, folks. 5:42 p.m. We're in the fourth quarter. 14 minutes and 12 seconds. A pistol formation from the 35-yard line. Bryce Young sends a man in motion to the bottom of the screen. Here's the snap and fakes the toss. He'll wind up and throw. The catch is made by Jalen Coker, who gets this football from the 35 to about the 38. It's a 3-yard gain. It brings up a 2nd down and 7 now. 2nd down and 7 after the catch for Jalen Coker. That's his 3rd reception, good for 8 yards today. His 3rd reception, good for 8 yards. Ted McMillan could have broken 1,000 yards if that last play, the 30-yard play, didn't get brought back by a false OPI. So 2nd down and 7 from the 38. Motion again on the field. Here comes the blitz coming in. A look to the right-hand side. Breaking a tackle. Rico Dowdle on the run. The 50, the 45, the 40. Down inside the 40 at the 38. 1st down. Rico Dowdle. And finally, some signs of life for these Carolina Panthers. Rico Dowdle said, "Give me that." And he took it. A lot of motion on the field right there. They got them looking left. The blitz came in, and that gave some space upfield for Rico Dowdle to roam. Dowdle made the catch out there. Kind of a screen play, really. 1st and 10 from the 38. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers at the bottom, 2 receivers at the top. Bryce Young waits for the snap. Rico Dowdle standing next to him. Little play action, a windup and a throw. Xavier Legette gets the target and the reception. Should be a gain of 5. It brings up a 2nd down and 5. Pushed out of bounds by Parrish. So pushed out of bounds by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. Good job by the nickel to not give up more. It's a 2nd down and 5. 12.5 minutes here left to go in this football game. The Carolina Panthers trail by 9. It's a 2-possession game for Carolina, and they need to score quickly. Tommy Tremble goes to the bottom. Ted McMillan gets set. You got to make sure both of these guys get set here. Everybody set. Play clock down to 2. Here comes the play action. The blitz coming in. The windup and the throw. It's incomplete. Jalen Coker, the intended receiver, just a tiny bit over his head. It brings up a 3rd down and 5. Good coverage by Antoine Winfield Jr. there. Good coverage there. Pressure came in by Yaya Diaby. Oh, man, just being chased down here. That was actually Servosea Dennis who came in on the blitz from the weak side. 3rd down and 5. Carolina Panthers at the Tampa Bay 32. Hands to the head right now. Bryce Young waits for the snap. In the shotgun with Chuba to his left. He takes it. He'll wind up and throw. The catch will be made by Xavier Legette, who gets his leg taken out from under him. Looks like he is okay. Catch made at the 20-yard line. That's good for a 1st down. 12-yard pickup for Carolina. 1st down, Panthers. 1st and 10 at the Tampa Bay 20. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now inside the red zone. 1st and 10 for the Carolina Panthers at the 20-yard line. The clock is ticking once again. Bryce Young making another change right now. Play clock down to 3, 2, 1. It's going to be a snap, and it's a fumble. Who's going to get on top? The Buccaneers are going to recover. I don't know what Bryce Young was thinking. That's going to be a first down. Buccaneers. Oh, man. You know what that looked like? That looked like Cam Newton, who was too scared to jump on the football. And here's Bryce Young doing the exact same thing. Except Bryce Young is half the size of Cam Newton, so it makes sense for Bryce Young to not want to get on. Timeout has been called. Rico Dowdle fumbles the football, and it's a turnover here. Great job by the Buccaneers to force the fumble. Handoff to Rico Dowdle. He tried to toss that backwards as he was going down. It looked like he tried to toss that. He did try to toss that. Was that supposed to be a flea flicker? Because that did not work out. It's a first down, Tampa Bay. That was a last-minute bail there. That was a brutal play. Awful. That was rough. Well, can't blame the refs on that one, says Cash Mays. You cannot. You definitely can't blame the refs on that one. Fact. It's like watching paint dry. I don't even think this game is that good right now, dude. Young is trash. I've been saying it all year, and this year, garbage. Why not rubbish, mate? Could be rubbish. Like I said, not the guy, says Ricky Ness. Should have kept running, says Dan Steely. Yeah, he literally just, stopped after a couple of steps. Yeah, Sean Tucker's rushing is cheeks today. It sure is, Boss Q. Are you hosting the Super Bowl? I keep getting a lot of questions, guys, if I should do the Super Bowl or not. It would be the last game of the year, and maybe even my only game in the month of February. Could make sense. Let's see. Panthers offense is damn flaky. The QNP Productions asking, what's a flea flicker? A flea flicker is when someone carries the football, right? It's a handoff to one player, and then it ends up being a backwards toss. I'll see if I can't draw this out for you, actually. I'll see if I can't draw this out. So, you could see motion on the field from, let's say, Xavier Legette as he comes this way. Bryce Young turns around, hands it off to Xavier Legette. Legette goes this way. Bryce Young drops back. All the defense is following Legette. Legette turns around and tosses it back to the quarterback, and now the quarterback can throw it upfield because we haven't had a forward pass yet. So it's another backwards toss to the quarterback who can sling it upfield. And the way that works is because if Legette has the football on that backwards handoff, the rest of the defense is going this way. So now your quarterback is wide open to make a play if it works out. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I hope that helped paint the picture for you. That was my best attempt at John Maddening that right there. Second down and 6, folks, as we come back from this commercial break. Second down and 6. This time from the 32-yard line. A little play action, a wind-up and a throw. Good throw upfield here. Catch made. Looks like this one is going to be, is that Tez Johnson who makes the grab? It sure is. Tez Johnson with a first down. Tampa Bay Buccaneers get it here. So, Tez Johnson picks up a first down right there. I'm going to step away from the chat once again, guys, to call this game. It's a 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. Motion on the field as we've got McMillan going to the bottom. So Jalen McMillan is the lone receiver at the bottom of the screen. Baker Mayfield will hand this off from the 50-yard line. Up the right-hand side, it looks like Bucky Irving going to get a carry here. Not going to be a whole lot on this play. Brings up a 3-yard gain. My clock is way behind. 9:24 left to go in this game. I'll try to keep an eye on the clock here a little bit better, folks. So 9:24 on the clock. It's 2nd down and 7. 2nd down and 7. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have possession in Carolina Panthers territory. We've got a shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Baker looking that way. He looks to the left. He throws to the left. It's Chris Godwin who makes the grab, and Godwin on 2nd down and 7 will pick up 8, resulting in a Tampa Bay Buccaneers first down. First down, Tampa Bay. So first down for the Bucs, guys. It's a 1st and 10 at the Carolina 39 on that play. 1st and 10 at the Carolina 39 after that play. Good job by Chris Godwin. That's his first reception of the day. Godwin moving into the slot. Mike Evans at the bottom of the screen. Tampa Bay sends another man in motion to the bottom of the screen, and they're going to do this as a simple handoff and just a 1-yard gain. So Rachaad White will get the carry, picks up 1 yard. He is stuffed by Jackson and Robinson of the Carolina Panthers defense. It brings up a 2nd down and 9 at the Carolina 38 with about 8 minutes here left to go. Buccaneers up by 2 possessions. Buccaneers could make the postseason if they win this game. If they lose, they are guaranteed out. If they win, they are not guaranteed in. 2nd down and 9, motion on the field to the bottom of the screen. Little drop back, a check here, a check down here. Cade Otton gets up past the 30 to the 25. 2nd down and 9, the man picks up about 13. That's good for a Buccaneers first down. First down, Tampa Bay. 1st and 10 after this one at the Carolina 25. So now we're 5 yards shy of the red zone. Buccaneers today. Take a look at some of these stats right now. 296 total yards of offense. Carolina Panthers, 19. Well, 181, but 19 rushing yards. That is awful for Carolina's offense. 1st and 10 from the 25. Baker Mayfield takes the snap. He turns around. Flag comes in early. This is going to be a false start against the offense here. False start against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 6:50 left to go. Replay first down. False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay. First down. This will back them up from the 25 to the 30. It's a 1st down and 15. Now, Bryce Young has been keeping up right now with Baker Mayfield, but the ground game is non-existent today for this Panthers team, and I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. Maybe it's just the true colors finally showing here. Baker Mayfield on 1st and 15 will hand this off to Rachaad White. Rachaad White going to pick up about 7 yards on 1st down. It brings up a 3rd down and call that 8. Excuse me, 2nd down and 8. Yes, it goes 1, 3, 2, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1st down becomes 2nd down. 2nd down and 8. 2-yard gain. Rachaad White. Actually, 7-yard gain because it was a 1st and 15 and a 7-yard gain. Got to start my clock once again. Looks like Phenom dropped a super chat. We'll look at that in just a moment. Chris Godwin on the move from the 23-yard line. It's going to be a handoff to Rachaad White again as he gets to the 20 before being stuffed. It's a 3-yard pickup. It's a 3rd down and 5, and it puts us inside the red zone. Let's take a quick look at that chat that just came in, the super chat. I got a couple of them. Looks like Dog Food dropped a $1 super chat. Appreciate you, sir. And why isn't Mike Evans getting targeted? Asked Phenom. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Good coverage by the Panthers defense. I mean, he is being shadowed by J.C. Horn, so that's a tough one. And you got Chris Godwin being covered by Mike Jackson. 3rd down and 5. Here's the snap from the 20-yard line. Baker Mayfield in a clean pocket, but it starts to crumble. Baker's now all the way behind his own 30. He's trying to get away. Don't know if there's anybody open upfield. The catch is made, but it'll bring up a 4th down. The catch made by Cade Otton. It's a 4th down and 2. Catch is made by Cade Otton. It's a 4th down and 2, maybe a 4th down and 1. at the Carolina 16-yard line. You might as well just take the points, right? Do you take the points or do you go for it? Do you take the points or do you go for it? 4th down and 1 at the Carolina 16-yard line. You're already up by 2 possessions. Also, that catch is not going to count. It's going to be incomplete. His foot was down. There's the challenge flag. It came in. Not going to need the challenge flag. That should have been replay assist, man. So this is going to be under review. It was pretty obvious that he was out of bounds. Yet another missed call as the officials try to help out the Buccaneers. Cade Otton was not in bounds when he made that catch. Definitely not in bounds when he made that catch. Definitely had a foot on the line. We are going to go out. It's not going to be a 4th down and 1. It'll be a 4th down and 5 when we get back. I'm going to preemptively do that here. We're going to see the field goal unit come out. We're in a commercial break. We're going to see it. Says you, Mario. I'm telling you, man, his foot was on the line. That's going to come back. It's going to be a 4th down and 5. Let's go, Panthers, says Nikki. What up, Nikki? I'm for the Bucs, but these refs are smoking. And not like they're hot. They're just baked. Looks like a $20 super chat. Who's shedding the love on the channel right now? Who's dropping some love? That's Scott. NFL referees, part-time employees earning around $250,000 a year, plus significant bonuses for playoff games, especially the Super Bowl, which can add another $30,000 to $50,000 to the bottom line. Let Mario do it. I don't want that, bro. I've tried. I've done it already. I didn't make no $250,000 a year as a high school football referee. But what you're saying is true. Those numbers do actually track. Now, it is important to also make the distinguishing change between a referee and a back judge or a line judge or one of the other positions, because just because the white hat, the crew chief, makes $250,000 or $300,000 a year doesn't mean that all the other officials get paid the same amount. They still get paid very well for a part-time job, but keep in mind these officials do have to travel and be away from their families in order to do that, and there's a lot of that happening from week to week. They meet up, they do meetings, and they do their best, but I do believe that there should be something holding these officials accountable. Maybe you could even make it more like incentives if you don't screw up too many calls instead of like clawbacks to the checks. But like if you get 95% of your calls correct, like maybe you get another bonus or something like that. I feel like sometimes the carrot works better than the stick. But, you know, to each their own. All right, guys, here comes the field goal. This one is a 38-yard field goal from the right hash for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They brought this back. It's a 4th down and 5, and it's no good. Was that blocked? I think that was blocked here, guys. I think that field goal was blocked here. It definitely was. So here's the snap. Here's the kick. The field goal is blocked right now. So here we go. It's definitely blocked. Great job here. Wow. The kick is blocked, and the Panthers keep this a 2-possession game. Not that great, but hey. It's something. Maybe the Panthers can get excited about that. 5:12 here left to go. It's 1st and 10 for Carolina. 1st and 10 for the Carolina Panthers. And we could probably turn off the intense music because that goal went nowhere. So 5 minutes and 12 seconds on the board. The Carolina Panthers will take back over, down by 11. They line up here in a shotgun formation. trips to the right-hand side. Bryce Young waits for the snap. He steps up to the line, calls a quick audible. Bryce Young picks up the knee. From the left hash, he'll take it. He'll look to the right. He'll throw to the right. The catch will be made at the 33-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup. It's a 2nd down and 5. We'll start this clock once again. 5 minutes on the clock. Looks like someone else just subscribed to this channel. Appreciate you guys who hit those subscribe buttons. 2nd down and 5. Trips to the left-hand side this time. Bryce Young waits for the snap in the shotgun from the right hash. Young drops into the pocket. Young will wind up and throw. This one will be caught by Tommy Tremble, and this takes us from the 33 to like the 49. What a catch right there by Tommy Tremble. Just shy of midfield here. They're actually going to put it right at midfield. Tommy Tremble gets to the 50-yard line. That's good for a 1st down, Carolina Panthers. Appreciate that, Freimeister Bond. Tick clock, tick. Tick away. The clock is ticking. Hang on. The white hat had something to say. The clock actually stopped with 4:36. Clock actually stopped with 4:36. Don't know why, but it did. So they've punched in the play clock once again. I guess he went out of bounds here. Stop the clock. Shotgun formation, trips to the right-hand side. The blitz coming in, a look to the left. The catch made by Rico Dowdle, and he goes backwards on the play. This will bring up a 2nd down and 15 as he's dropped for a loss at the Carolina 45. DJ Jean, we'll find out, man. We will find out that the voice isn't going to hold forever. It's not. Empty backfield, trips on the right-hand side. But I will say this, man. We've got this week and next week, and then I can finally take my foot off the gas just a little bit as the playoffs knock out a few more games. 2nd down and 15. Bryce Young from the 45-yard line will air this thing out. It's going to be incomplete. It brings up a 3rd down and 15. It stops the clock with 3:55. No chance. Overtime, the math doesn't work, says Let's Discuss. Actually, I think it does work, right? Because you get the field goal. They're down by 11. Yeah, the math doesn't work. I think you might be right. I don't think the math works. I think you're right, dude. Okay. 3rd down and 15. Here comes the snap, dropping back, looking right, throwing right. Catch will be made on the right-hand side. And this is going to be Bryson Tremaine who makes the catch. This will be his 2nd reception of the day, but it brings up a 4th down and 8. Bryson Tremaine only picks up 7 yards on the play. It brings up a 4th down and 8, and the Panthers have to go for it here. This game could be over sooner rather than later. It's a 4th down and 8. They're down 9, not 11, says Bucky. Oh. Why can't I math today? I have like 37 people saying, get your numbers right. I can't math at all. I can't math at all. Okay. What would I do without you guys? Here's the pressure coming in. The blitz. He winds up and throws. Tataroa McMillan is there. That's good for a 1st and goal. Down at the 8-yard line. 4th down and 8 with the game on the line. A huge catch by Ted McMillan. 40 yards puts him over 1,000 for his rookie season. That just happened. The rookie just got his. Right now, 84 yards. He only needed 71 today to get to 1,000 yards on the year. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line now. A shot to the end zone. It's incomplete. 2nd down and goal from the 8-yard line. Congratulations to Tataroa McMillan. Came into this game with 929 yards. That grab put him over 1,000 for the year. 2nd rookie in Panthers history with 1,000-plus receiving yards. Kelvin Benjamin was the only other one back in 2014. I love it when I call things out like that before they do. 2nd and goal coming up right now. Shotgun formation. Bryce Young calling an audible right now. Hands to the helmets. The four-man rush coming in. Young looks to the left. Fires. Tough contested catch. I think Jalen Coker got it. Touchdown, Carolina Panthers. Wow. Bro, what a throw and what a catch. Jalen Coker against Morrison, who had a hand in on the play. He definitely hung on to that one, and it was clear as day through the contact that he caught that touchdown. So what a play right there. 8 plays, 72 yards. It's now a 3-point game. The extra point attempt to make it a 2-point game. With 2:30 left to go, the Carolina Panthers defense needs to make a couple of stops here. Panthers do have 3 timeouts. It's anybody's game. Now, if he misses this field goal, here's the extra point attempt, I should say. The extra point attempt is up and good. It is a 2-point game. The score is 14-16. Buccaneers with the lead. Buccaneers about to get the football with 2:30 left to go. Interesting. Onside kick? I don't know, man. I don't know. Run the ball yourself. Bryce saying French. Saying Frenchy dat. What up, Frenchy? Wow. 3 turnovers. Or 3 timeouts, saying William. Yeah, we got plenty of time right now. 3 and out, says T-Hop. It could be. The rain has picked back up again, by the way, folks. Camera focusing on Baker, and the rain started all of a sudden out of nowhere. Ted McMillan, 1,000 receiving yards for the Carolina Panthers. Onside would be best, says the King of Charlotte. I don't know. We got a game, folks, says Marva. Jordan saying, defense, doom, doom. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. ¡Fuera! Aplauso para todo en Sábado Gigante. Almost 5,000 votes, guys. I asked y'all who will win this game. Buccaneers, 52%. 48% for the Carolina Panthers. I guess I can ask the next poll question. Who are you rooting for? Who are you rooting for? We get a full kickoff right now, guys. This is going to be returned from the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, and down before the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up a 1st and 10. Panthers, Buccaneers. Who are you rooting for? The official poll is there. That missed field goal was huge, says South PMC Serpent. Yeah, they'd be up by 1 right now, wouldn't they? They would be up by 1 right now if he didn't miss that field goal. So they kick it deep. The Buccaneers start the drive now on the 29-yard line. I'm going to scroll this up a bit so you can see the quarterback play. Actually, I'm going to show you the full stats. It's getting closer, man. The gap between the two is narrowing, and that is reflecting in the score line as well. Baker Mayfield under center at the 29-yard line takes the snap and hands this off. Looks like Bucky Irving going to pick up about 2 yards on this play, maybe 3. It brings up a 2nd down and 7. Bucky Irving goes down. He is stopped right there by Trayvon Moehrig and Mike Jackson. Takes the 2 of them to bring him down. I got to make sure I get this adjusted here. Okay. It brings up a 2nd down and 7. I'll scroll this down just a hair. Should be better. You can see the #1 pass catchers at the bottom of the screen. Cade Otton leading the way for Tampa Bay with 74 receiving yards. They're showing the best records across the NFL. These Seahawks and 49ers, this next game is going to be good. It's supposed to start at 7:15. We'll probably start at about 7 for the next game. We'll start 15 minutes before here. We'll take a few minutes in between games. Single back formation, 32-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers need to get a couple of 1st downs right now. By the way, we did not have a play on the last one because a timeout had been called. We are going to get another timeout called right now again for the Carolina Panthers. It stops the clock with 2 minutes and 12 seconds. And if I'm Carolina, I'm hanging on to my last timeout through the 2-minute warning. 3rd down and 4 coming up. So 3rd down and 4. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the football. A first down here could possibly win this game. A first down here would possibly win this game. Let's see if Carolina can get a stop. Carolina, this is your season on the line, potentially. Potentially your season on the line. Same is true for the Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield under center. Motion on the field. It's a play action. Baker to the right-hand side. I couldn't get my words right. He'll check this down. It looks like it's caught, and that's going to be good for a first down. Cade Otton with another one. A 20-yard grab for Cade Otton, and it's a first down, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers likely going to win this game thanks to that big 20-yard play from Cade Otton. Otton gets 94 yards on the day, and this takes us to the 2-minute warning. Panthers with 1 timeout remaining. Baker Mayfield extending the drive by being flushed out to the right-hand side. That's it, man. It is over, saying Jay. Evero, he says, actually. What's wrong with the Carolinas? I like how you wrote that, Carolinas, pero sería con I, no con doble E. When I signed on about 20 minutes ago, which was the whole point, no pun intended, and voted, it was 50-50. I noticed the slight increase. Let's see if Bucs fans can keep the upper hand. So, we do have more Panthers fans in the chat, according to this right now. We are at the 2-minute warning, which means when we get back, the Buccaneers are going to have the football. The Carolina Panthers only have one more chance to stop the clock here. So, a couple of knees, man. This game is basically done right now. Good play, says KD Espresso. Neither team looked like they'll get past the... Yeah, Dave, both of these teams look like they're done. Both of these teams look like they're running on fumes right now. As it sits right now, folks, for those of y'all who are unsure, let's do the playoff brackets here. For those of you guys who don't know what's going to be happening right now, even one of these teams is going to be going up. This photo is going to change. Everything on the left-hand side of your screen is set for now, but all of this could potentially change on this side after today alone, right? Panthers lose this game, and we still have the Panthers in this spot, but they could actually be eliminated from playoff contention with the loss today. Again, it would have to take the New Orleans Saints getting a win over the Atlanta Falcons for that to happen, but the Panthers right now are safe. However, this could change, and the Seattle Seahawks are playing the 49ers tonight for this #1 spot, which means if the 49ers win tonight's game over the Seattle Seahawks, the 49ers will get the bye week, and the Seahawks will have to face whoever is in number 4. Right now, this is what it looks like. Baker Mayfield, single back formation from the 45-yard line across midfield. Takes the snap, turns around, hands this off. Bucky Irving picks up 2. 2nd down and 8. Final timeout will be taken immediately. And Baker just needs one more first down to end this game. The Panthers are screwed, says MJ. Did you see Phil? Nice try there, Hunt Diggity Dog. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Bear down, saying Simon Gray. Napoleon Dynamite keeps them to impress. Wait, what? Napoleon Dynamite. Why did Canales call a timeout? Why did Canales call a timeout with the 2-minute warning still? No, the 2-minute warning is passed. 2-minute warning is passed. We just got back from the 2-minute warning. 2nd down and 8, single back formation. 43-ish yard line, Baker Mayfield. takes the snap. The clock will start. He will hand this off to Bucky Irving again. And Bucky will pick up 2 more. So from the 43 to the 41, it's a 3rd down and 6 at the Carolina 41, and there is no stopping the clock now. And honestly, at this point, at the 41, I don't know if Chase McLaughlin would have the leg to be able to give them a 5-point cushion instead of a 2-point cushion. But 3rd down and 6, I mean, Tampa Bay might give the football back to Carolina with enough time to get upfield. Ted McMillan has had a good day. So let's see how this goes. Just a couple plays. Clock is going to keep ticking, and a timeout will be called by the Buccaneers here with about 1:10 left to go. Timeout called with 1:11 left to go, so timeout taken by Tampa Bay. It's a 3rd down and 6. Field goal doesn't matter for Tampa. It does, because if they don't score and the Panthers get the football back with 60 seconds, or with, 30 seconds, even if it's 30 seconds, the Panthers could get a walk-off field goal and win this game 17-16. So the Buccaneers want to make sure there's either no time left or they want to get some extra points. 3rd down and 6. With 1:11 left to go, this is for the win right now. A 1st down wins this game. Baker Mayfield sending a couple of guys over. They got a jumbo set formation with 2 tight ends here. 3rd down and 6 from the 41. Baker will hand this off, and he goes to that strong side. It brings up a 4th down, and it looks like it's a 4th down and 4 at the Carolina 39. So a 2-yard pickup. Very little time left right now. It's rain, question mark? Yeah, it's rain. There's rain. It's a 4th down and 4. 19 seconds on the play clock. You can see the difference between the play clock and the game clock. The game clock is accurate. 10 seconds left on the play clock. They line up right now on 4th down and 4. They're going to try to get them to bite. They're not going to do that. They're going to hold right now. Double zeros on the clock. Timeout called or flag. It stops the clock 24 seconds. It is going to be a flag on the play. It is going to be a delay of game. I got to sneeze. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to I don't know where to go. Oh, my gosh. 26 seconds left to go right now. They took a delay of game. The Buccaneers going to punt this away. 4th down and 9 after the penalty. 4th down and 9 after the penalty. Oh, God bless America. Ay, Dios mío. Waiting for the punt. I don't want to miss a big play here on a punt return. You never know. Still waiting for the punt. It looks like another timeout is going to be called. It looks like this time it's the Buccaneers going to use their timeout. They took the delay of game. They could have kicked. That's so dumb. Okay, I'm going to take advantage of this timeout really quick. I'm going to mute myself for just. Okay, can you hear me now? Good. 4th down and 9. Oh, so much better. 4th down and 9. Timeout was called. The Buccaneers have 1 remaining here. Bro, what are the Bucs doing, saying Bata? I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking right now. They're just trying to waste some time. Here comes the punt team. Trying to keep an eye out for that fake punt. Here is the boot. There was no one lined up to receive it, and it's a beautiful punt. They probably should have had someone to receive it. Why they didn't do that? What were the Panthers thinking? Why would you not have anybody lined up to receive that punt and try to score you a touchdown on the punt return? The back judge was standing by himself there. And Bryson Tremaine had to run backwards 40 yards, and they get pinned inside their own 5. So it's a 1st and 10 coming up for the Carolina Panthers at the 3-yard line with 18 seconds left to go because they did not have the foresight to think, it might be smart to have a punt returner on a crucial punt. 18 seconds left to go, 1st and 10. Shotgun trips to the right, one man at the bottom of the screen. Here's the snap, dropping back. Bryce Young will air this thing out. He'll find someone upfield. Looks like the knee goes down at about the 21-yard line. Stops the clock. Looks like they're going to have to spike this thing with 3 seconds. There's the snap and the spike. So 3 seconds here left to go. 3 seconds here left to go, and I don't care who you are. Bryce Young is not throwing that football no 85 yards. So a 2nd down and 10 now. So Bryce Young is not throwing 85 yards, 75 yards, whatever it is, 77 yards. That's not happening. So we're going to see some lateral. We're going to probably see a couple of lateral plays here. You never know, man. You never know. Here we go. No, it's not, says Mark McKay. Fair. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. The official saying pump up the clock. Wondering if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to use their last timeout just because. From the right hash, final play of the game, 2nd down and 10. Here is the snap. Bryce Young will wind up and throw. He finds someone. He tosses backwards. It's Ted McMillan who's looking for someone. Another backwards pass to the big man. It's going to be recovered here by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and this game is over. Tampa Bay will win this game. That is the final. Buccaneers 16, Tampa Bay 14. Buccaneers not in it yet. Single saying that you're getting a cold. Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. But that's okay. I think I'll be okay. NFC South is hot garbage, saying Lil Toddy. Yes, because we will have a team with a losing record get into the postseason in the NFC because of the NFC South. That is a fact. That is going to happen this season. Carolina Panthers are now 8-9. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are also 8-9. They both have losing records, and they will both be at home in the first round of the wild card round of the playoffs. So, congratulations to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans. You got some, got a little bit of help from the Zebras today, but also a lot of bit of help from some bad play calling and a missed field goal here for the Carolina Panthers. Buccaneers looking like they might be in the postseason. However, again, just because the Buccaneers won doesn't mean that they are in. The Buccaneers need to turn around and root for the New Orleans Saints. The Carolina Panthers could still make the postseason if Atlanta beats New Orleans. So that's it, guys. That's all I've got for this live stream. Thank you guys so much for watching today's live stream with me. I will be live in just a few moments for the next game, guys. Until next time, though, you've been watching Football Nation. My name is Mario Manuel. Let's effing go. Peace out, guys.